All right. Hey, this is Ross Payton with Roleplay Public Radio. This is Rain, Nagalisitu. On the previous session, we found out that, we had made a rather nice society, so we can't have that. They're too nice for their own good. They make great booze, but our
members of your own party are seeking to destroy them.
Yeah, that's just a sample of what the outside world will do to them.
Yes.
To save them, we must make it worse.
Yeah. So you did not fare well in the debates.
Nope.
Almost like making the worst debater in the room.
Rationally trying to convince them to worship the sun.
Second worst.
Yeah.
Well, but you were debating. I was.
You talked to Cheska. Mm-hmm. She is
giving us
looking great.
That's not true. That's not true.
Look, a day over 600.
No.
No. She offered the chance to use the powers of the old ways to convince them about the importance of religion. You, again, much to the chagrin of poor Klingshire, Sir not appearing in this adventure, because I assume he's sulking. He can't destroy his own great-grandchildren for their insolent college boyness, I guess.
Apparently.
Yes.
It is okay. I will destroy them for
you. No.
So Sean is not here tonight. But you did get them to agree to a crusade that does something science and rationality has never been able to accomplish. So if you could do that, you can prove to them at least the worth of religious tolerance. And they're willing to go that much. So you are launching the Crusade of Seer. You don't know what they want you to do yet. There was much debate while you were left out of that. But you are then asked back into the chamber after much rest, because there were many days of shouting between the priests of Seer and the various professors of the capital.
Yeah.
So you go back into the great lecture hall and, surrounded by this, and RUT, the master scholar, the elder master scholar from before, is standing there. As everyone's there, it's dead silent. And who's coming up to receive the proclamation?
I will.
Okay. I can if you want me to.
No. You will probably stab someone.
Was that enough for us to heal any? By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had a couple days.
Cool. Okay.
You can heal your stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna probably need that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Please. That's why I asked.
Oh, no. There's so much in my chest.
Just going on a light crusade.
Just minor.
Just a minor crusade.
It will be much fun, yes.
So you go, it has been decided what you can do to prove the worth of this religion that you argue is so useful. You will head in the opposite direction and find out what has caused it not to be a direction in the past. And there's much gasping in the crowd.
The opposite direction?
Yes.
Can you point which way that is?
They all point in the same direction.
Okay. Do I know what's that direction? And were we there previously in the past?
Roll lore and
all
see if you learn that from the Chronicles.
I'll try to help you.
I know nothing of this lore of which you speak.
Sixes.
No.
Yeah. You roughly recognize this. There are, in what you've seen of the maps of known Nagalisitu, there's a radial with 11 different areas pointing out in the Nagalisitite tongue and Yichenian. They are named after various body parts that don't seem properly oriented, but it is not symmetrical. There is a gap in the direction they are pointing.
Okay. Do you remember, knowing what I know of geography, of like the original geography, like where the Sorcerer's City was and all that, like, does that correspond with any significant area from what I remember?
No.
Okay. It wasn't part of the city. It wasn't where the sun rose up the first time.
Nope.
Anything like that.
It's outside the magical barrier.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we never went outside the magical barrier.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of busy last time we were here. So okay. Yeah. Do you know anything about this area?
We know nothing. That's why we seek you.
Have you sent people out there before?
Oh yes, many.
None of them come back.
Oh, no. That's why it's not a direction.
Okay. Do you set watchers to see what happens to them when they enter that area?
Well, what direction do you go when you die? Down? Sideways? They're all laughing.
I do not die.
This is not a physical place.
Okay.
What need would you go there? You either go tail or opposite tail. You don't go that direction. It's nonsense. No direction there.
Okay. I mean, if you know that it is a direction, then it is a direction. There is that.
It shall be a direction one can physically be located in if your glorious God, in his mercy, sees fit to cure us savages of our ignorance.
Sarcasm. Kind of a minor sin there. Just so you know in the future.
Yeah, and who could they have possibly gotten that from?
I don't appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Don't argue.
No, I'm not just saying, it's like the rest
don't
of us
argue
too.
in front of the others.
I hate it when mommy and mommy fight.
We had to present a united front.
Don't worry, the beavers will save us.
So yes, they seek you
Okay.
to go outside the magical barrier
Okay.
in the direction from whence no expeditions have ever returned.
Is this area entirely outside of the magical barrier, or is it at the border?
It's entirely outside.
Okay.
The known magical barrier and roughly in the exterior has been adequately mapped by the cartographers of Nagalisitu,
Okay.
but no one has ever returned from.
Okay. How far is it away from the border, or is it right on?
It is. No one knows how far they got before.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. What's the terrain like by the border?
Dense jungle.
Okay, that would explain why they couldn't see. All right. Okay. Well, I will go back and tell the others. So we should prepare for a long expedition out there. And maybe build up some charges of things. Maybe we could set it on fire and work with the swamp.
I'm trying
Setting
to
things on fire always worked so well for us in the past.
trying to avoid.
I mean,
that.
it did. It actually did.
We learned what was there. Ashes.
So many ashes.
We found many of
Our
them.
God found it
And then there was
ugly
that
and
city that
burned
set on fire.
it for its pride.
Granted, we could try something else, maybe in the terms of, illumination or maybe gravitational forces that could bend things out of our way if necessary, but I think we're going to avoid the fire unless it's absolutely necessary.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying have it ready, just because it sounds like there's something nasty out there.
Oh, well, okay, let's just prepare the nuclear force then and get it over with.
That was
a joke.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to break that habit.
I'm figuring out ways to
When in doubt,
tethered
Ross wants
bolts
to
for
split
naked
the
justice. Because personally, I want to bring it back alive and shove it down these people's throats. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now you're talking my
So
language.
yes, you are in the city. You are still respected guests.
Okay.
So they will give you what you need because, obviously you will seek to return the gift by, adding something to their society and achieving knowledge no one has ever achieved before. And if you don't, you're dead. So there's that. And they'll chalk it up as a loss.
Yeah.
So they're willing to give you what you need within reason.
Okay.
And you don't have to pay for it or anything because,
I will start setting up rugged carts to carry supplies in, and then a lot of construction material because I'm not going to know what we're going to need. So I don't know if they have bamboo, but something like that, and strong rope. Because we might need to build cages or nets or unusual weapons in order to deal with whatever monsters we find out there. Or build
Whatever
rope ladders.
monsters we create.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. Just building that kind of stuff.
Okay. I will say this. You could try and add to your company by getting locals to join your cause.
Okay. So, Langdon, you could maybe do that. But,
So out of character, the way that works is every time you add something to the society, there are now enough Echandian descendants that probably don't have the brand that they could probably leave with you. And every time you add to the society, you add qualities to your company as long as you incorporate in Nagalisites into the hunting pack.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to make it a joint scientific / religious crusade, you can find enough, fools interested to go die in the not direction.
Die, gain glory. Like, yeah, we could trade too. We could teach them, I don't know, competitive sports as an outlet for aggression,
Yes, that's fine too.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll recruit a bunch of them to help out with that. Yeah.
All right, someone needs to get your troops ready. Someone needs to get recruit a number of Nagalisites. If you're going to prep magic before you go, that's something else you could get help with, but you need to describe what you're doing.
Okay. Something that Sean and I actually talked about this last time is the possibility with the Nagalisites. Do they have any kind of bells, or it looks like forges where they're doing like large, like larger drums or anything?
Mining sucks.
Okay.
So they do have some metal things, obviously,
but not a lot.
But it's like not fun work, and considering they have like a gift economy, not a lot of people are like off into the mines. They know how to smelt, and they do have bells, but not everyone's like wearing armor, and there's jewelry and stuff.
I think we established they wouldn't have armor
It's basically larger infrastructure projects that require metal have it, but
no, it's literally for the bells. And say if we can actually get a couple larger ones and craft visas around that, convert the sound energy to either to a gravitational force and basically make something akin to a compression cannon.
Okay,
that's like go for it. So we can make a couple of those and then use those as.
Here's a squashed monster.
Hey, that's going through. So, all right, yeah, if we can get at least one, that would be great.
Although I know if we need to engineer
one,
what it looked like.
It could take the stresses of multiple uses.
All right, there's bells all over the city. Like it's the main capital and the largest place for debate. So the various academic societies all have them. If you could convince them all to go off at once, you'll have a fucking hell of a gun. It's gonna hurt. But yeah, how are you going to convince the parliament to let you set off all the bells as long as you can?
Trying to plead, like always.
Exactly. Well, no, I'm going to justify this.
Using what skill?
Well, plead, obviously. But I'm saying I'm justifying it versus...
It's a noble plea.
Yes, exactly. That ultimately, if we are going into this unknown, we will craft a defense necessary to let them know as much... That's like that we are victorious, that this sound will wipe away the stain of whatever this unknown direction is and reveal the path. Please?
Okay. Roll it.
All right, see. Watch me fail this one miserably. That would be hilarious. But not today. That's 2 5s, 2 1s.
All right. So there's much debating.
Because
they're not happy about this. Like, why should we have to suffer with bells ringing all day and night for these idiots who are going to go die in the woods? And then the other people's like, well, diplomatically, it'd be a stronger negotiation because we provided them everything we possibly could. So when they fail, there will be little mercy for their plight. And that basically wins out with it was at the 5s. It was half and half, but the 1 tipped it over.
We're going to give you in the hopes that you still fail.
So you won with a narrow majority. So there's going to be some people aren't going to ring the bells as hard as they can, but about half the bells in the city are just going to clang just pretty much all day until you leave. So
Okay.
everyone in the capital is now deeply annoyed, but you are storing up some. What is going to launch this into? So what are you inscribing the other ruin into?
Another bell that we have gotten, so that will be the projection point, so it vises around the hat.
Yeah,
So basically just a bell on a stick?
A bell, more like a
On a
battering
carriage.
ram. Yeah.
Like there's a pivot involved.
No, it's magic.
Mallet walks along and whacks it.
It's magic. You're turning audio into gravitational force. There's no counter force here. It's not going to so much be blasted away, sort of fall away from it if it's gravitational force. So it could be in anything. It could be small. It could be carriage size, whatever you want it to be. Like,
yeah, just like it'll look like a telescope then.
Okay, yeah, just a small telescope that I
Alright.
can project out. Cool.
All right, I'll build that.
so build a cool telescope.
Let's see here. I guess 9s are my highest.
All right,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a pretty good looking telescope.
All right, let's see if I can piece this up.
As you build it, many other craftsmen are like, "Oh, a lovely optic sight. What are you refracting?"
Sound?
What? It sees sound? Oh my God! What a wonderful scientific device!
Well, it's sorcery actually. See the little runes there?
Oh, what's a sorceress measurement are you making of the natural world?
We're not. Well, it's going to be for an experiment.
What are your variables?
Whatever lives beyond the borders, and what its threshold for gravitation is.
So you're
He's
going to
using
crush
it to
things
kill
with it?
things.
Yes.
For magic science.
You're familiar with hammers, yes?
Yeah, but these things beyond the borders are violent and will kill us. This will do it rather quickly. Much faster than a hammer.
How do you know it's a thing and not some sort of natural disaster or...
Well, you've never heard any loud explosions or any giant plumes of smoke in the distance.
Can't hear anything with these damn bells.
I mean, historically, we never send out expeditions out. If there's a natural disaster, you would have observed it from here.
It's very, very well. Well, enjoy your...
Yeah, no, it'd be really cool. It'd be really effective.
It's like a gun.
I call it the Townsend.
Yeah.
We're going to call this the Mega Doomer.
All right, what was your sorceress roll?
2 8s.
All right, so you'll add 2 width to whatever you roll to set that thing off,
Okay.
since the bells are going to go all damn day. So as you try and negotiate prices for various trades to get stuff for over the clang of bells, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, like I said, I'm going to be preparing the supplies and building rugged carts to carry things.
Okay.
So,
I guess I gotta
actually,
get the-
you know what? Could I actually do sorcery to make basically an engine that uses the sound and turns in kinetic energy to power the wheels?
So you're going to steal his sound to make it kinetic energy?
Oh, we can't both use the same sound source?
Well, you can use the amount of energy generated by the total
okay.
amount of bells.
Okay, so
would
well, it sounded like
actually
there was.
have to
It sounds like he
share
wasn't fully capturing the sound of the bells by the way the rolls.
No, he's not.
Okay,
But if you fully captured the sound of the bell, that'd be a perfect sorceress bell.
Yeah.
And also, that bell would never make sound again because all sound energy would be 100% transferred over into the gravitational
Okay.
ball. What you're hearing now is the sound remainder
oh, okay.
of every sound not being dragged. Just like you have to walk harder when your shoes are being transferred into kinetic energy. But if it was a 10 roll, you would
Yeah.
basically just slip across the ground in a frictionless universe forever
Okay.
until you took those damn shoes off.
Which would be 5 minutes later.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, all right. So if it's going to screw up his thing, then I won't do it. Or if there's a chance that I could.
I mean, you could convert something else into kinetic energy.
Just looking around, are there any other sources of energy that look pretty easily exploitable? Let's see here. So I need kinetic. So I need to transfer it from potential to kinetic.
So you could utilize the mechanical energy from the carts. And
Well, I mean, I want to make it. So let's see. Oh, radiant. Could I just go to a patch of ground and basically build the equivalent of massive solar panels to make solar powered carts?
You can.
Okay.
We have a problem with converting that much energy effectively now.
It's literally magic, Caleb.
I know. If you roll a 10,
All right.
that they will work.
All
But
right,
you need a high height because
You want me-
so power.
Would I be able to assist him with this, or am I busy working?
No,
on
you're
it?
busy clanging the bells.
Okay.
Let's see here. I have 8s at least. Yeah, 8s are my highest.
All right. So you get a patch of grass and sand. It appears much dimmer when it sort of seems to absorb the light.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're collecting it. You don't know if it'll be enough to move the carts. It depends on the weight.
Okay. Well, maybe just have one card. That'll be like our emergency. That'll be like the emergency in case our draft animals die. Like we can have that as the backup to get the fuck out in case a monster is chasing us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
If it's basically an engine, then we can hook it up and use it to power other things too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Pardon me, Master Beavercaster, but someone gave me this.
Mr. Beaver.
They told me that I needed to stick it here. I didn't realize that this was the location until now, because this is where the sun does not shine.
Oh yeah, you don't know what idioms are.
Richie and Lou are in the background.
Yeah. You should ask Dweenar about idioms. Or Sylvia. Actually, Sylvia's better.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Dweenar, explain to me what these idiots are.
Put on this bracelet.
That is foul sorcery. No.
All right.
You won't learn.
Oh, those scamps, Richie and Lou.
And throw it away.
As long as they're having a good time.
All right. What college do you want to recruit from?
Not the best one. You might kind of like the state school.
Oh.
'Cause you. Let's be honest.
I was assuming they're
meant more-
divided by knowledge classes. You know?
Yes, yeah, they're divided by subject, not like Arizona University, the House of the Phoenix.
Well, I mean, their Harvard equivalents aren't going to risk their lives.
Yeah. So it's organized by.
You want people who have ambition and
fucking archaeology, damn humanities, yeah.
Okay. The archaeologists. That's
Oh,
I have to assume they have
not
some
geologists
physical
though. Those people are crazy.
geologists.
Yeah, don't do that. They're crazy. They'll attack any wild animal they see.
Some of them
They're
are in
bloodthirst.
some of them are in the archaeology school. So. Anyway,
might have been too subtle.
all right. You arrive. They convene a debate. They barely have quorum. They've been ringing the bell to call people to the debate, but frankly, no one can hear it over the many other bells. So, yes, you're inside. They're trying their best to block out the sound. You just hear a clang in the back. Ding, ring, ring. It's like Christmas time. So you have the floor.
Boom. Good morning, students and academics of the archaeology program.
I come with transferable credit.
Yes, I did.
Looking for dirt. And what college are you from?
The School of Hard Knocks.
Oh, we've not heard of this school.
Yes, well, you don't come from my world, so
Yes.
that's not
Ooh.
surprising.
There's some sort of physical discipline.
Quite, which is why I've come to you, because I believe you'd both be interested, but also at least marginally adept. Something that some clay I can actually form to be useful on this journey. I seek those who don't just trust in what is written, but seek to understand everything that goes back further. And also those who are not particularly interested in long lives.
Do you say that last part?
No,
Okay.
I don't say that last part.
All right. Inspire them.
Yes.
I should probably get dice out.
don't have to roll. You can just assume we succeeded at this.
That'll be 10s.
2 10s, damn.
Yeah, master dice. It helps.
Yeah. Oh, you got a master dice of Aspire?
Yeah. after the shenanigans we've had this campaign,
Fair
yes,
enough, fair enough.
very much yes. I've been dumping points into it for quite a while. What?
Did we get experience points on the last one?
Yeah, so it's only like a day. Right?
No, we're mere days away from your last hullabaloo. All right. Well, they will resist, but they don't have the master die of the master scholars as they are in the individual scholars. But everyone has died in that direction. Though to the point where people stopped going there, and they just called it the not direction. So they will do their best to resist, but their skepticism has its faults in that it destroys their own cultural norms.
Fuck me, though.
It's equal. All right.
I had 5s as well behind those 10s.
All right. They would gobble each other.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I don't have anything else on top of that. An expedition capital. I've often thought that not naming that direction was foolish, blind custom, superstition and savagery. We shall all join you. Yes, capital idea.
Superstition, the bane, I would assume, of your
You
society.
will find that we have dug many a hole in the nasty desert and in the untamed jungle, and we are quite prepared for this journey. We shall meet you in the square, ready to campaign for knowledge. Isn't that right, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, sir!
Outstanding. I stride out.
Let's give each one of them this little sticker that says "book it."
Now be sure to write your names on your clothes and on somewhere on your body. So
Several somewheres on
Yeah.
your
just as a precaution, don't think about it too much.
All right, so with that, you might want to get your quality sheet.
Okay. I don't have it.
Or the hunting pack.
You mean assets?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, your
All
assets. Yeah.
right. Asset sheet. All right. Okay, so what we got.
For the hunting pack,
Yes.
you now have an additional +2 influence.
Okay, so that brings us up to 3 if my...
You have an
sheet's
additional
up to date.
territory.
Okay, that's 1, unless I missed something. Yeah.
And you have 2 additional sovereignty.
So is that 4?
Yeah.
Cool. But no extra money.
Well, they don't have money
They're not a might people.
or money.
I can conscript wave them with bamboo spears.
But you will be much more informed about things.
Well, that will be
Yeah.
a lovely, lovely
And
journey.
the sovereignty is good too because they'll stay with us despite the first casualties.
Yes, if you don't manage to kill them all.
Yeah.
All right, so you have stored up some solar energy. You have stored up a lot of bell energy. You've learned many new Yichanian Wheeze-tongue curse words as people scream that at you as the bells continue into the night. And anything else?
Aside from the supplies, and basically, yeah, the idea is for the carts is that we'll hook them up to leech cats or horses or whatever they provide us. And the solar panels just for emergencies.
Do you want to
Did you hear what he
speak to
suggested
Father
that the Rudolph should
Barbados,
loosely
as this
himself?
is technically his crusade?
Oh yeah, ask him if he
catch
needs
that one
anything.
beforehand.
Okay.
Well, it involves the act of mating.
Yeah, I'll inform him what preparations we've made and
But
like what he needs.
in a non-procreative way, but with himself.
All right, so you
In an
go to
anatomically
a public
impossible- I
park in
believe
which
I
they've
get
set
to
up a
do
tent.
this. Yes.
Yeah.
The dew is trying to administer to the passerbys. Many, snarky youths are pretending to be converted as a joke and then laughing hilariously at it. The knight is resigned to study of the great book of Seer in what is a palatial tent that they decided to drag with them through the tunnel. It
right.
is quite He's quite royally appointed for being a guy camping in a park. And he allows you, whoever wants to come, to enter. Yeah.
Good afternoon or good morning.
Yes. What was it? Castor.
Yes.
The gray cloaks.
Mounts. Yes.
Gray mounts. Yes. Excellent. What can I do for you?
Well, we've made some preparations for the expedition. We've stored up a lot of energy, both sonic energy, that was the bells, and then solar energy, and for various assets to use in case we run into trouble. We've recruited some local archaeologists to help us out, so we'll have additional, manpower. And just wondering if you guys needed anything before we head off to, beyond the barrier.
I am quite pleased with the way you handled yourself in that blasphemous assembly they had earlier. Just quite good of you to give us another chance to show these ignorant fools the true light of Seer. Yes, so we shall go into their woods, wait a bit, find some bauble to impress their savage, ignorant eyes, show them the true light of Seer. Later, as they finally come to understand it, as we educate them as they should be, and then we'll pop on through the portal to Newt and get the queen installed and teach them true religion.
You're getting a little ahead of yourself. One, I found being respectful is a little better than considering everybody getting you're full. But, what do I know?
Certainly, I'm only speaking this to you, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but obviously the high mysteries of Seer, seeing the true sun both within and without, this is the study of years.
Are you planning to personally accompany us with us?
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
I can...
there is going to be an element of danger.
Oh, I have no doubt that the light of Seer will protect us.
Okay.
With these ignorant people have never seen the light of the sun, though it shines above them. Obviously, Seer wants us here, and Seer shall protect the faithful.
Yeah, but he helps those who help themselves.
Indeed.
Yeah. So those weird things with the proboscis that they use as trap animals?
Quite hideous.
Yeah, those a few hundred years ago here were like wild animals and really dangerous. They would burrow on the ground and suck your blood out. And they domesticated them really quickly, actually. But we don't know what's beyond that border. So there might be those running around.
Seer has tamed them in this short amount of time?
No, the people here tamed them.
Oh, well, by Seer's will.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. But, I'm just saying there may be even weirder and more dangerous animals out there. We don't know.
I'm sure we shall be protected.
So we
can capture a few to all their senses, so that they might finally see the light.
But if Seer wills it, that would be great. Not gonna lie, but you don't need anything else. You don't need any equipment or anything. You're good to
go. Those spirits that they have.
The alcohol?
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt gifted to us by Seer, so that we might fortify ourselves for the long journey ahead.
You want a lot of that.
Yes, quite a bit.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
I don't know how much locals... We may have tapped the current supply. They may have to ferment some more. I'm not sure. I'll go check. Okay?
Yeah.
You good otherwise?
Yes, wonderful. Right. I'm excited for the journey.
You will... This is a very exciting time for your life.
Yes.
All right. So I'll come back to the rest of the group. It's like, they don't understand anything about what's going to happen to them.
The priests and monks, what do you expect? They want to...
Some monks are kind of worldly. They go out, they see
Mostly they just sit in the monasteries, write books, and drink wine.
Well,
We literally recruited them from a monastery.
I mean, okay.
Four hands is correct.
I thought monasteries were people who are so, jaded and cynical from the real world, they retreat to the monastery to get away from, the bloodshed and the chaos.
That's the do.
Oh.
The night we're Gnostic fail sons of the aristocracy.
So wait, why did we get the night again? Why do we get this?
You united the church.
By setting a city
And this
on
is
fire.
what we were left with.
Now we see what the problem was. We recruited the wrong half of that church.
You recruited both halves.
Oh, okay, so...
It's just the knights in control.
Oh, why are they in control?
Because they were in control before. You separated the church.
Oh.
The day destroys the night, and the night destroys the day.
Oh.
And when we asked them to come on
Okay,
through
they want more
and
alcohol.
break on through to the other side.
And
Naturally.
to be fair, that might be a good way to keep them controlled because we don't want them panicking and running off into the jungle.
And the ones who actually want knowledge can be useful.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if that's what happens. I'm just afraid these are like soldiers who've never seen a battle, and this is going to be their trial by fire, and they're all going to panic and run away in separate directions.
We could, of course, check and see if any of them are, in fact, of the dew.
Yeah.
They would be useful for bolstering our
they're
ranks.
coming too.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. Let the knight sit and be wasteful, and we will attempt not to resent them.
Yeah.
And let the dew interact with the line, and the soldiers will need every help they can get.
But make sure, I guess, all of our...
I guess what you're saying is to make sure that we give them their due.
Indeed.
I'm
not...
How do you know puns but not idioms?
So,
what did Carmen teach you?
I believe she said that this was going to be ironically funny.
She was wrong.
So we the
She
other
is
thing,
always right.
we need to make sure that the hunting pack knows not to follow the orders of the night, no matter what. Like,
yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'll deal with that.
Yeah.
Do these... Klingsher's gone. Of course, he's not very...
Yeah, he's drinking.
He's not exactly well
He
practiced.
doesn't. It turns out peace is really scary for him on an existential level.
The last I saw him, he had a turkey leg in one hand and a flagon of whatever that is in the other.
I think he's drinking with Kratos, which is just that's not going to end well. But anyway,
No, a few of us can.
Yeah.
When these seers, when the seers go forth amongst the people, do they have tokens? Totems, chimes. Great.
Yeah.
Great symbols of
Oh
their
yeah, no,
faith.
they put on a good show.
We need to make sure we have that as well.
Oh, they'll bring all that. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
They just said the only special thing they need is a lot of extra booze. So get as many
that makes sense.
kegs as we can
Yes.
ask for because we can't buy them.
Make sure the dew are disciplined. I don't care about these knights, but
All right, so I'll go to the leader of the Dew.
I'm going to talk to the soldiers.
Yeah.
I'm going to just start grabbing kegs.
Yeah.
Baking provisions.
So as you go to the soldiers, you see that they're all laughing uproariously around near where the quartermaster is at.
Oh, good. What is going on over there as I storm over?
So you see a very skinny woman, at the quartermaster's desk, furiously writing things with a scroll.
Wait, is this that high up lady?
Nope.
Okay.
She's dressed absurdly. Yes. And, it's sort of like you have your high boot things. It's sort of like pith helmet fantasy. Like, what would I dress up for if, I was pretending to go on an expedition with Daddy?
And
Like,
Mobius
you see like a butterfly catching net and like,
It's Cyril on his first field.
Yeah.
I get the gist. I smack my shield against the nearest poles I walk by. Stand to! What is this gaggle fuck I see here? Do you have something better to do? Like forming into ranks?
yes.
Madam, my name is Sergeant Scarl Landon. Is there something I can assist you with?
Oh, yes, I was looking for you, but this man was helping me out. You're the dean of this expedition, are you not?
That is a translation of the term we use.
Yes, Dean Scarl. It's wonderful to meet you. I am assistant researcher Humruss, and we had quite the debate while we were preparing tonight, and I thought it'd be best to go code with you and see what this best to bring. Like, which volume of the histories should we pack? There's a Kleeptrus's volumes, which is more efficient as it is a slim 64 volumes. However, I'm arguing for something of this import. We should take she just goes off onto the concordances would take a mere 3 wagons to carry them.
Sword in the ground and lean against it with my head on my head.
So, they're basically what reference library should they haul with them into the jungle?
I gathered.
Can I answer this, Please tell me I can answer
The men were having a good jest, like telling her to bring kitchen sinks
Yes.
and like other absurd things because they know how
because they're
terrible.
good soldiers. Yes, they understand that this is the dumbest fucking shit I've heard my entire career as a soldier. But I don't say this to this sweet, pathetic monster bait.
Oh yeah, she's like 17.
Yeah, no, like, yeah. You're very much going to be hung by the natives for calling to come forth as a sacrifice. But no, yes, of course. Which of these volumes would you say is... Forgive me, I'm not an academic. The term apocryphal will be correct here. Ones that maybe discuss things that sound more like mythology than history.
Are you sure, sir? I mean,
Yes.
those records are disorganized and not copied very frequently.
I'm quite certain.
I bet the entire library of the archaeologist college would take up a mere cart.
Yes, I'm sure it would.
We would be grossly underprepared if we discovered anything.
Gosh. Yes, you're quite right. Well, I must say that since there is no native scientific observable recorded knowledge of this area, it might be better if someone could go shuffle towards some of the oldest text, at least. Perhaps not the entire thing, but...
This is unexpected, Dean. I shall tell them.
Yes. Also, the boots are fine. How are you all fitted for slings and packs?
We will have our leech cats to carry our gear.
You cannot trust on the pack animals to survive an expedition of this sort. Have you ever been into the field, child?
Yes, I have been in expeditions in 3 of the 11 cardinal directions.
Quite. Yes. You should be prepared, though, for this to become a foot march. So, yes, it would be best if I grab the nearest private and drag him over and turn him around. Something like this. Do you think your craftsmen, have something like this in store?
Why are you making her stare at the private's house?
Yes, that's fine.
The metal coverings? No, they seem wildly impractical.
metal
It seems very
covering-
hot to walk in.
Not the metal coverings.
The
arm,
backpack.
yeah, the ruck. See, I take this. He has I'm going to say he's got a Roman centurion, legionary style.
Yes, we
Something
have.
like this. Yes.
Every family has picnic packs. We could carry those. They have these straps, like.
Yes. I'm a little concerned about the weight ratio of what that can suspend, though.
I know not else what you speak, sir.
Give them the technology of backpacks.
They have them. It's for picnics.
I mean, rugged backpacks.
We need rucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably too late in this whole fiasco to friggin' have that built up by their leather workers.
We call this the North Face. Here it is,
Anyways, yes. Collect up as much of these. Did you say lunch packs?
Picnic packs, yes.
Packs, yes.
For picnics.
Certainly make sure you collect up many, at least 2 per
Well, we have picnics on the expedition, D.
Mostly we will probably eat on the march. We'll make camp at night, and that will be as close to a picnic as you can expect.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Are you going to be with Sylvia as the leader of the Dew, by the way?
Okay.
So you've squared them away as best you can.
So I'm going to go talk to Sylvia.
All right.
Sergeant
Hi,
Paul?
Sylvia.
Yes.
Are you not taking her husband with you?
I don't need to, I don't care. if
How
she's there or not.
untoward.
Yeah.
In front of
Well,
her.
she is her own person, and I am, hesitating. So
Okay.
I trust her.
This would be the
All right.
correct action.
Hi,
Quite
Sylvia.
frankly,
Hello.
little
Yeah, it's
worried she
Castor.
couldn't carry
Yes.
what she
I was
going
raised by
for.
beavers. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
Okay, I was. It's the whole thing, but-
I didn't doubt you.
Okay. Anyways, we're trying to prepare for the expedition.
Yes.
And
She'll have to
I just
test
talked to
this
Father
and see.
Mm-hmm.
Barbados. And one thing, do you know that we're going into a wild area, probably filled with some sort of danger, because nobody ever comes back from this.
Dwemer has said that it is quite a dangerous place.
Okay.
I have been frankly delighted since we've been here, but I would trust him.
Okay. So yeah, we definitely are. You know those leech cats that you see around?
Yes, they're quite unique in their appearance.
Yeah. They used to be wild and would kill people.
Oh my.
They'd burn on the ground, come up at you, and suck your blood out. It was terrifying. I killed a couple of them. It was a whole thing. So we may find wild leech cats. We can find things that are worse than leech cats. But you were prepared. You were cognizant of this risk, right?
Of course.
Okay. I don't think farther about Barbados is.
Yes. This is the first time he's left the solarium in a number of years.
Yeah. So, would it be too much to ask for you to sort of like keep the night, sort of not be panicky idiots when something dangerous happens?
I mean, I'll try my best, but I am not ranked amongst the night. Technically, I'm no longer. The Dew still looks to me as a result of the unfortunate things that happened as a result of our wedding.
Yeah.
But.
The rain of ash.
Yeah, yes, the fulfillment of the prophecy. Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of good that it's over and done with, right?
I mean, but the church is united. We should act as one.
Okay, so can you talk to Father Barbados and kind of have some sort of power sharing arrangement? You know, like does he have a line of succession?
Power? What does he wish to do?
Well, I'm afraid he's going to panic and either not be rational. Or, he's just going to run senselessly into the woods at the first scary thing he sees.
So should I be worried about Matthias?
Matthias? Which one?
Dwemer, my husband.
Oh, I just call him Dwemer. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. Are you saying that Dwemer has a name?
Combat veteran. He'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
It's when you go into combat for the first time, people who've never been tend to panic and do things to put themselves at risk. You understand?
I understand. Yes.
So I need you to help keep the night safe by making sure they don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, I shall do my best. Yes.
Okay. And do you need anything for this expedition?
Just to make sure Matthias is okay.
Oh yeah. Don't worry.
It's my, if. As I failed in my priestly duties, it is my fate to at least succeed as my duties as a wife. I must keep my husband safe.
Okay, yeah, of course. I understand that. We built a weapon to kill anything that we found.
Oh.
Yeah. All those bells? Sorcery.
Yes.
Turn into gravity.
Yes, Matthias does enjoy his hobbies.
Yeah. No, it's going to kill the hell out of anything. Like, squish it flat.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Taking it alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we can capture it. I don't know. If it can survive that, wow. That's going to be crazy. But anyway, good talk. Let me know if you need anything else. But try and just be aware that Father Barbados might, bolt, or they might do something silly.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So, all right. That went well.
All right. So what are you doing, Foreheads?
I'm going to be weapon drilling in the town square and seeing if I can attract farmers my way. Because I think that they at least will have the strength to do some of the heavy lifting where the academics, maybe not so much.
I think the archaeologists would.
The farmers are academics, and the academics are farmers. They don't have a caste system in that regard. They farm because they like to eat food. You do, on the other hand, get approached by a number of men carrying strangely shaped spears that you've not seen before, made out of a wood. It's quite odd. And they're sort of watching your weapon drills with interest. Their dress is unusual, very khaki in tone. Their gear is not super practical, but you're used to running around in tunics and loincloths, so
Tunics?
Okay, loincloths. So, yeah, they're watching you with interest and, increasingly discussing,
Well, set the clap spear down for a second.
Yes.
And who would you be?
Oh, hello, sir. Mr. Forehands, it is.
Yes.
Yes. We are part of we shall be sojourning with you to, discover, bold frontiers and whatnot. We wanted to see your, if your claims are indeed true, this historical martial art you're using.
Show me what you've got.
Us? Yes. Yes, we practice a different style than you, obviously. We're the Hin Madasai, historical Nagalisitu martial arts. And we practice a Likaken style, yes. It's quite different.
I know Likaken. Show me what you can do.
Yes, we will. So everyone prepare the kata, yes. So they get ready. They take the spears that sort of have these handles on two ends of them, and they just sort of hop around on them, not unlike pogo sticks. Like the historical Nikakens. They shout. There's a lot of kiais as they do it. They just sort of pogo stick around. Occasionally they'll lift one leg up and sort of kick with it.
Okay, so I'm going to walk over to the first one. Going to backhand him off the spear. Pick it up. That is not how you do Lekaken style. Lekaken style is different. I know. I was there. I saw it.
But the texts.
Books do you no good without action.
Okay. Well, could you show us? We'd be very interested.
What's the closest tall building?
You're surrounded by many of them. The glorious architecture of the capital.
All right. So I'm going to climb.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed the shit out of this.
Yeah, I'm going to go up.
Please don't get
I'm
that
going to
high.
hop on the spear.
Yep.
And I'm going to
You
drop.
don't have any. Okay. Oh no.
Please don't get that high. Flash forward to forehands with broken legs. The back of the
These
motorized
spears were
cart.
not up to quality.
It's not a properly caken spear, I know. I'm only going to drop from a bit, but I know how to bend my knees, and I am wearing the proper boots.
You are. And you are also a giant ball of muscle.
310? No, 410.
410s! Shit.
Also,
All right, what are you
310.
attacking, Lee Haken style?
Cart. Get a movie cart.
What kind of small object can I see down in that courtyard? Is there a flower garden?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take out the flowers right in the middle.
You shatter the rose garden. It is just cratered. The spear shatters under your weight. It is not basically the giant pole-tossing pogo stick of death that they use, as it is this fancy thing that fancy lads carry around to show how tough they are. And you just crater a hole in the ground.
Step up. Toss the guy what's left of his spear. You need a stronger spear.
Yes, sir. Could you show us roughly?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me instruct you.
All right. What do you have? Lore?
I do not.
What do you have that could teach someone really Kaken martial arts?
Will you accept weapon or fight?
I'll accept weapon. Yes.
Sixes.
6s and 4s.
All right. Much of the time is spent ripping up lampposts to turn them into Likaken spears,
This is not a proper.
as they are thick enough.
Look, I can snap this with one hand.
Yeah, but you teach them the basics of it. All right. So the next morning comes, the constant 10 of bells ends. You're not quite sure though. You feel like you still hear them forever in your sleep.
Woo, tinnitus.
You arrive. Dreamer, are you going to do anything before
I was literally baking provisions, and I got 2 tins off of that. So
You have very delicious food on the journey.
What are these muffins going to do to us?
The knight will be quite appreciative of that.
keep good morale up.
Yes, that's going to be important.
Okay.
They are not a hard lot. So you have members of the Do who are, carrying things, workhorses, really Jesuiting it up. And then you've got the knight who are, the occasional palanquin, carrying large scepters and banners for Seer. And then you've got the Archaeologist Society, some of which look like they're going to go hiking for the day, and others of which are lugging very large poles and already seem quite exhausted.
What if the thing that killed all these people it actually isn't that bad?
Which country were we doing the initial shenanigans?
Castor, you say that as
Vigia.
if these men don't need to
Yeah.
be toughened up.
I flick.
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
flick Dweenar a Vigian like gold piece and
yeah.
doesn't make it a kilometer as I walk past them.
And then the hunting pack is just confused as to why we're doing this or where they're at. Time dilation.
Or their choices in life.
They didn't do great at school.
That's why they're mercenaries.
They're really trying to understand, where all those, beautiful tribal women and boys that they were, so in love with before have gone. And now they're surrounded by weird nerds. And at least the alcohol's okay. But
They need inspiration, or can we get on?
no, that's you can head out.
As we take one person from the dude, it's like
The hunting
for
back
your
at this
trouble,
point has
nothing
learned to
for
sort
your
of
trouble.
trust your insanity, as it typically brings, looting the palace of newts. And they're expecting a payday at the end of this march, so good booze, things that they're generally okay with. So they're willing to put up with some of this shenanigans. They are ruthlessly mocking everyone in the train, though, as they head out.
They're just fucking soldiers.
Yeah.
So yes, into the jungle you go. So
Yeah.
it is actually quite a lovely hike. You spend most of the first day just going through Nagalisitu, and the second, you see, idyllic farms, bizarre mechanical experiments, architectural experiments, mines, anything you're doing on the journey.
Wait, who's running these mines?
They're experimental minds. They're trying to figure out ways to do it without working people in it. I can see.
No, they have people working it
Okay.
when they need stuff.
Okay.
But it's the general egalitarian spirit of Nagalisitu. It's like, I guess I'll go mine for a bit because we need a new bell. That other one cracked. We rang them all day. So they're doing that. And the roads are very well maintained, so it's pretty easy going for the first couple days. Anything you want to do during the long hike to set things up, or is it just general Mosey time?
I managed to convince the troops to at least do marching ditties, though I allow them to do body ones to make all these people uncomfortable.
I mean, if I have time, I'll go try and on horseback just swing by those mechanical experiments and kind of figure out what they are.
You find out some of them were like art pieces.
Oh, okay.
They're just kinetic sculptures.
Ooh.
Others are sort of elaborate wind machines combined with sorcery to do, mundane milling tasks. They're very much work smarter, not harder here in Nagalisitu.
They're well into automation.
Yes.
Let's teach some steam power like the ancient Greeks, and then we'll forget about it for thousands of years.
Yes. They're doing that. As you teach them the, marching ditties and body ones, members of the Archaeological Society are, vociferously transcribing and asking certain soldiers to re-sing that part and to see if it was flat or not.
Wait, and what does that mean? It's another local idiom.
All right, so yes, they're staying entertained.
Okay.
The members of the Knight have yet to complain.
No.
But That's if you give them your fantastic baking.
Before I do that, though, gonna get a little something out of this.
What's are you pleading?
No, I'm
It's Druidar. It's pleading or sorcery.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, that's only if it's just him by himself. I mean, if one of us is involved, there are other things that happen. Some of us
Before I
throw
get
out
them
of
to,
things.
sending a little prayer, putting a Vise on there so I can convert their chemical energy over into electric so we can have another weapon at our disposal.
He's gonna build a taser out of their stomach acid.
Exactly.
Wait, is that gonna fuck up their digestion?
Not real. Oh, man.
Is that giving them an ulcer, or like what's the opposite of an ulcer? You just absorb all the stomach acid in someone's stomach. What does that do?
Okay,
got
Master
a-
Dice. So 2 10s.
I can actually answer that one.
All right.
Alex.
Oh, okay. It's not
210
good.
is a perfect energetic conversion. So you basically give them magical tapeworms. The pastries are gone. They can't get enough of them because they're receiving no caloric input.
Oh no!
0 caloric value in them. But what did you put all your stomach acid tasers into?
Oh, God. So that's always the question.
Naked justice.
Yes, give me a
Taser
bolt.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right.
Yep, naked, we have a literal lightning bolt for
you've
naked
got-
justice.
You have an acidic bolt that will gain 2 additional width with 2 10s.
For electrical.
On top of whatever you're doing.
Well, it's electrical.
Oh, it's electrical.
I was
So a
converting-
tase bolt.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
taste bolt. Yes.
You're
We
well.
will bring this back
From the
alive.
combined digestion of a order of priests.
Incidentally, if you take the
I want
justice
this.
of acid
You are an
out,
asshole. And I hugged Dweeter.
The night is good.
Is that just the caloric intake from those muffins? Can they eat other food?
No, it's just their muffins.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank God.
But they eat a bunch of them, and nothing happens. In fact, by the end of that day, they're quite winded. They haven't eaten anything all day. Oh, this journey is quite taxing. If it was not for the strength of Seer, I don't think I could carry on.
Did you give it to the night or the dew?
The knife.
No, the night.
Okay, I was about to say.
yeah,
They still tasted pretty good.
Yeah.
So they had some taste at least.
Well, there were 10s when I
Yeah,
baked them, so.
at least that much chemical energy survived. But on the interior, where the glyph was inscribed, you basically ruined their muffins. All right, so
and the other downside of that, just to throw it out there, when they have the other end worth, they're going to be literally shitting bricks. You do realize that, right? That is not going to be a gentle passage. in any way.
they won't. It's a perfect caloric conversion with the
Well,
10.
yeah, it just took everything
the
away.
muffins don't exist anymore.
It doesn't.
There isn't a
Stomach
waste
acid.
product.
Gone.
And it's because of the lack of stomach acid. I'm saying whatever
yeah.
else they eat
Yeah.
Well, okay, but after that.
is not breaking down.
Yeah, they all have C. diff. No.
But here's my reasoning. We needed more weaponry, and also they did a severe guilt on my
Well,
wife.
I mean, they're not going to have the energy.
We're
to
going to
run
need more
away.
weaponry, and also fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going to be less, antsy when we face whatever thing killed all those people that went in here before us.
And you did made that before you leave, so the Nagalisitu, who are very aware of sorcery, don't see that the muffins are essentially faux muffins. Muffin batteries. All right. Yes.
So when we stop at the night, or when we stop each night, I am going to put these guys through more weapon drill, just because I want them to get to where they can actually use those things, as opposed to just pogo sticking around.
All right, roll
uselessly.
weapon again.
Because I mean, we got to have some use out of
Nines.
them. 3 9s.
All right. So a few quit because you're perverting the nobility of Lee Kaken martial arts. The quiet nobility of the pogo spear. The rest are eager to give it a shot, but they're being taxed in a way their bodies are not used to. Your spear is about 4 times as heavy as the walking stick they were basically carrying around. They're very exhausted. There are a few sprained ankles, but they're game. They're game to give it a shot. You know, you are his actual historical artifact. They are archaeologists of a sort, so they're giving it a shot. Yeah.
Once we get to the sprained ankle part, we do have somebody who knows medicine, right?
Yeah.
Can you treat these?
I can
people?
tape up I can tape their ankles up. I mean,
Yeah, they're still going to march on them all.
yeah. So do what I can.
I stand off to the side.
3-9s, damn.
Yeah,
I very much appreciate what you're doing here, but they are all going to die if they
Not
do this.
necessarily.
Realize.
I mean,
If if I use them as some sort of flanking assault, they will not survive it.
Also, if a
Well, I mean,
monster,
if we actually encounter wild leech cats, then they would be useful.
and also I'm just waiting for the moment of a monster appearing and naked justice
And,
making its
well,
third reappearance.
A monster that attacks the same way leech cats do, because against any other monster, this is useless. Like, we're jumping from a tree on top of its head, essentially. So, there's a lot of monsters that may not work on. Like a turtle monster, for example.
I don't know, turtles are pretty soft heads.
If you get the head, like, it has a big shell.
It does have a big shell.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point I was making.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have to point out that what I'm trying for here, as you said, if we run into something at this point, they will die. If I continue to train with them when I can, if I can get them to where they can learn how to use that spear somewhat, we may upgrade it from will die to may die.
Oh, I respect it.
I wish these people have a fighting chance because they are following us into their unwitting doom. The very least that we can do is give them the chance to survive.
maybe it's not going to be that bad. Maybe. I don't know.
All right, so you eventually reach the border.
yeah.
And so you see one of the pylons up close for once. It's terrifyingly large. It's bigger than any city in the capital. It's radiating with an energy that you don't know where that's coming from. Is it made of bones? It looks like it's made. They're old, like they're really worn down, but bones. Like, fuck, this place was awful at one point.
I ordered them in to sing louder. Keep marching.
We should send one guy out front first, just to see what happens when he crosses.
I mean, we have pickets out, so
Yeah.
there will be guys that hit it first.
The least popular guy.
Okay, Savage, you pick him out.
I don't know who's the guy who's like the habitual reoffender. Who's the guy who steals from other men in the camp?
I don't remember. Did we have any?
No, they're walking across.
Okay.
They're unpacking the leech cats, though.
Okay. Why are you unpacking the leech cats?
Oh, they'll die.
Oh, they die if they cross this?
Well, it depends on if there's a fluctuation in the magical field of repulsors, but they're not cleared by whatever dark sorcery keeps the field together, or natural event we've never discovered.
It's
like
definitely sorcery.
the theory is that
It's sorcery.
Oh,
Yeah, all those bones, that's not natural.
Yeah, we were there.
but my dissertation was on.
Nope.
Well, your dissertation is a noble experiment. Was a noble quest to find truth, and now you have the actual truth. With
Okay.
sorcery.
Anyway, the cats will die.
Oh,
Research inside.
That's fine.
Horses are fine for some reason.
Yeah, they're not from this universe. They're from our universe.
All right.
World.
But I don't know. I mean, for some reason, that one's doing a very good job with that cart over there. You see one horse hauling a comically large cart by itself.
Is that my solar card?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait, what about magically sorcery-powered items?
What do you mean?
Like, something you inscribe with sorcery. Can it cross the barrier?
Yes.
It's not gonna, like, if it's charged up, it's not
No, it appears to be strictly against flora and fauna. Though the barrier fails with increasing frequency. We've discovered this. It's like, barrier failure would destroy us all in 500... Shut up, you fearmonger. The barrier will last just fine. There's no such thing as barrier degradation. It's like, they're arguing about the barrier.
Carmen.
It's not her fault. I mean, it's just, there's only...
Isn't it?
How is it her fault? She didn't make the thing. It was...
Everything was fueled with blood magic.
Yeah.
No one's doing the blood magic anymore,
Yeah.
so you're running out of blood magic fuel. It's the same
Yeah.
reason you're about
We
to...
could get her to do more blood magic, but it's blood magic, and that's kind of that's literally the downside. It's blood magic.
Oh, I know. I understand the concept.
Wait, can you do blood magic?
No.
Oh, okay.
What about the blood games?
We're gonna need a lot of
that
yams.
counts as blood magic.
Let's get across the barrier.
It's magic that turns yams into blood.
All right, this is
Blood
going
magic.
to be the difficult part. So
Okay.
I'm going to call this improving the culture. So I'll call it territory plus treasure
Okay.
because you are hacking through a jungle. So
All right, so that'll put us at 3. Can
I
I
have it
roll?
at 4. Is our treasury 2 or 3?
I've got our treasury at 2.
Okay.
Or no, I've got our treasury at 2 and our territory at 1.
Okay.
So did I
your
miss-
treasure should be at 3
Okay.
because
So I missed it.
you rated Newt.
Yeah.
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 Oh, thought I was off on something.
Yeah. All right. So we have 4 dice. Are there any
Can I roll
actions?
inspire to boost that 1 dice?
Yes. Now here's the thing:
Okay.
who are you inspiring? Because that's the key. Because remember, this needs to be done as a result of your religion, not the other people you brought with you.
Oh, right. And I'm not a representative of that religion. Yes, I see the problem. Okay.
You are a representative because you brought them,
Right.
but can you feign being a acolyte of Seer? Or
Yes, can you speak to the Syrians?
Didn't.
So,
Probably should be somebody who comes from that culture, understands the religion a little bit better. I'm doing her.
Yes, Duino would be good for this.
you
After
did
all, he
unite
did.
their church.
And you are
you could
married
use,
to the
what's
priestess.
your graces at?
Graces are at 7, but I can also plead, which gives me an 8.
Pleading's not going to work for this.
Pleading works for everything.
No, it doesn't.
I do have graces, so I can talk to
You could.
I get a master die in pleading.
You
It
could
works
beg
for
Father
everything.
Barbados. You could, convince Father Barbados that you should, give a prayer to honor your journey.
Yeah.
I will ask them that. Please allow us. Allow us this one gesture before entering in to show that your faith is a bulwark against this. That's like this unknown territory.
All right.
What does it look like on the other side? Does it look pretty much the same, or is it?
The roads are gone. It's dense jungle.
All right, and that is 2 9s.
All right. You add a bonus die, so you're up to 5. As everyone knows that they're being guarded on this journey. At least, 40% of your men and all of the seer worshippers are comforted by it. The rest of the men and the scientists, not so much. But that's better than nothing as you're walking into this. The jungle is this insane riot of imagine a ecosystem if everything was an invasive species that wasn't supposed to exist. Like
Yeah.
every plant is some bizarre fusion, or started out as some bizarre fusion of plants from your world, or plants and animals from your world. And then it evolved over millennia during the elders' experimentations, as they basically, when they got done with something they didn't want,
So it's like the jungle.
they just chucked it over the wall and didn't worry about it.
Okay.
That's why it was so barren and destroyed inside of the barrier when you first got there. And it's just this riot. You see animals that looks like No Man's Skies, procedural generation, fucked H.R. Geiger paintings. Like, it's just weird damn creatures with too many legs or not enough legs, or and no one seems particularly surprised by this. Like the archaeologists are like, "Ooh, I haven't seen one of those in a while." Like they're consulting their books,
Okay.
but everything is named and they're not too terrified of anything. They can't tell you what's poisonous or not, though.
So don't eat or touch anything.
Yep.
So yeah,
Touch nothing.
Okay. So let's see. So we're at 5 dice. If they already know about this, my lore's not really going to help that, I guess.
yeah, you're not deep enough into
Are you
the.
certain? The octa stings always used to be delicious.
Well, we're far out where we fought those leech cats. So it looks different than the jungle we experienced
Yeah,
when we were fighting, when we met up with the Lacadians. Okay. I guess I'll just roll the 5 dice. See how we get. Unless you can think of anybody else. 2 4s, at least. So,
Yeah. What'd you roll for that?
Huh?
What'd you roll for that?
That was the 5 dice for the...
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you're making it. 1 is reduced. You can reduce treasure or territory.
Probably treasure, because that was...
Well, attacking is might plus treasure.
yeah, so...
So...
well, if I mean, otherwise territory goes to 0, so...
Yeah, it's up to you.
Actually, yeah, we should probably reduce territory then, because...
Temporarily.
Yeah. All right, so we'll keep treasure the same.
So the journey's getting longer and harder. You may discuss amongst yourself as I go to the bathroom.
Okay. So yeah, this is farther out than even you've been, Four Hands. And, this is weird. But
This is more of what I consider home than the other side.
Well, yeah, because it's domesticated there.
Yes, I'm used to a savage land full of savage species where everything is trying to kill me. That is the land I was born into.
Yeah, and that's what you want?
That is what I thrive in.
Okay.
I feel much more at home here than I do over there.
Oh, okay. I mean...
We will carve a path, we will make it our own, and we will carve our names into the wild! Not Duino's way, though. That is a bad way.
Oh, you mean setting it on fire?
Right.
I mean, we could.
We shouldn't.
We shouldn't. I mean, as a last resort, though.
I set one swamp on fire, and you people never forget it.
I mean, it was a really good thing that
one
you did that.
swamp, one city, and...
The city wasn't burned to the ground. It's just a riot. They said they had them every year.
And the lower half was already on fire before I got there.
Yeah. I mean, we did set
story.
that coal. Yeah, that coal seam's on fire forever. But I mean, that's that was going to happen anyway. We fulfilled the prophecy.
Well, I have heard that
By
that
setting
sounds
the city
going.
on fire.
Yeah.
Well, wait, that town's going to go silent on that hill.
No, I don't understand that reference at all.
What reference?
Also, who's ever heard of a prophecy that didn't involve blood and fire? I mean, it's just how prophecies go. There's never like a nice prophecy of, and then they had a picnic, and like, it doesn't end like that.
Ixnay on the Icnic pay. You're going to make the scholars think that it's time to set one up.
God, do you think they'd get that out of their system?
All right. So you make camp for the night.
Yeah.
Outside the walls. Who is on watch? All right. Roll sense.
Which one? Hearing, sight?
Sight.
Let's see. That is pair of 9s.
All right, so you're staring into the jungle. There's a few phosphorescent bugs of various types, but off in the distance you do see, it looks like flames that sort of flash and then go away. Sort of like bursts of flames. It looks like campfire in the distance, and then it'll go away, and then see another one burst of flames and goes
Grab
away.
the nearest private.
Yeah.
From the dog pack or
Hunting back.
Yeah.
hunting pack. I do not wish to alarm you, but go fetch Castor and his farseer.
Yes, sir. Goes running off. You're shaken awake.
Yeah.
The one-armed man demands you, sir.
His name is Four Hands.
Yes, Four Hands demands you, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
I mean, you're lucky I'm nice. Otherwise, I'd report you for not knowing the names of the leaders of this place. Or special soldiers.
I'm sorry, sir. Please,
Yeah.
please don't report me.
All right. All right. I run off. All right.
Did you bring your device, the farseer, the thing that lets you
Oh, yeah, he told you that.
view things in a distance?
Sure. Wait.
your death telescope.
I have. It's not really a. Can I use it as a normal telescope?
No, you put it in a thing. It's just a metal tube.
Yeah,
it's with me right now.
Yeah. I don't have one of those. I have. Dweena and I made a weapon that looked like a telescope. It kills things.
Can you engineer one?
I mean, right now, I mean, like the optics alone.
Time is of the essence, man.
You cannot engineer.
I cannot.
It's very dark.
It's very dark.
Other than those, you've got the twin moons in the sky, but very thick canopy.
Do you see those fiery blasts out there?
Are they getting closer, or are they moving parallel to us?
They're sort of all around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should raise an alarm. I'll raise an alarm.
All right.
Wait, no, I'm gonna go seek out the head archaeologist. Like, do you?
Put the non-combatants in the middle of the camp.
Well,
away?
I want to ask the archaeologist. They know about the life, the flora and fauna of this area. Do you know? Does this seem familiar to you at all?
Right. You, private number 3.
The fires in the distance
Set up a
moving
picket.
around us.
No. I mean, we've heard legends of them from
Of what?
from the cardinal directions around
Oh,
us.
fetch skull.
There's some apocryphal readings about ghost lights, or ghost flames that appear in the. It's been largely considered to be the secretions of gases being burst into flames, or the secretions of man bats can also be quite easy to light a fire. At times, though they are being quickly hunted to extinction by.
Rewind that a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that man bat part?
Yeah, are there man bats?
Well, of course. I mean, they're a dying breed.
Do they like hunt people and eat them?
No.
What are they like? Fruit bat man bats?
They're bats made of fruit. Where have you seen these things?
What do they eat?
Various flora.
Like
flowers. Yes.
Okay.
They're key to the pollination of many plants.
Okay,
it's quite
so we don't have to
interesting.
worry about the
about
Sounds
the
like
ecosystem.
flying fox.
So
Batman.
does this look like this is the secretion of their guano, or like that their guano is igniting?
It could be. No one's ever observed it.
Well, you're observing it right now. And if you figure out what it is, because I think it might be some sort of, I don't know, danger or threat or hazard.
Well, we should take an expedition and study it and see if we can find him.
I mean, maybe we'll send. Are you guys awake yet?
Yeah. So we.
Yeah, if you raised an alarm.
Yeah, I raised an
Yeah,
alarm.
so-
So So
I will go and look. Who's coming with me?
There's no reason.
Right. I will go myself.
Okay.
You're going by yourself? Okay.
Wait, take some privates with you. You and you go with him.
Yes, sir. They're following you into the woods.
Right. We must go stealthily.
I would like to note it's not me this time.
I called for volunteers and you all just sat there quietly.
I just woke up.
I
I was just
assume
going to ask
that
Landon
you
to send out a couple of privates, but I mean...
And when they don't come back, what did we learn?
what happened to them? Do we hear them scream? Do they?
All right, roll athletics.
Here's our test.
Yeah.
Or do you want to sneak out there?
Let's try sneak.
Stealth, okay.
How stealthy can you move in that armor, gentlemen?
Clang.
It's leather armor, remember? They don't have good gear.
Pair of 5s.
All right, you're pretty sneaky.
You don't have to get that many out. You don't. No, Caleb. Why are you taking that many out?
That's a choice.
Yes, 2s.
Yep. All right, so you're pretty sneaky. You managed to convince the men to be pretty sneaky too. You eventually get into the area. They sort of get closer and then sort of recede, but you find one that's sort of pretty regular on the side. And you reach there, and you're very quiet, but you can't quite locate it. Roll sight. So you find a copse of trees to hide behind.
Pair of 10s.
Ooh, okay.
Also trip 2s, whichever is...
No, you've already snuck up, so you hold the men fast. So you see sort of this tree, this large ancient tree with a cavernous hole in it. It's basically a dead trunk. And you see next to it something glowing very lightly. It looks like an ember or a hot piece of metal or something. And then you sort of see this quick burst of intense flame coming out of it. What appears to be some sort of gray, elfin, receded thing's face. It's coming out of one of its eyes, and the other one's just pure black and sort of blinking as it looks as it sort of used this, bolt of fire coming out of its eye to heat this metal tong thing in its clawed little fist before it puffs out. And then it appears to still be waiting there in the tree.
Good. We have Cyclops elves. Great.
Pull the closest private over. I need you to go back and tell Landon what we have seen. Both of you. I will stay here.
All right. They recede the way they came. You made your stealth check. What are you going to do?
I'm going to keep watch on it and observe it. See what it does other than heat up the metal.
It sort of continues heating it up, and that's all you really see for a bit. And you're going to continue observing it for a bit. All right, so the privates get back. The ghost flames are sort of puffing around. You can't quite tell where they're around or getting closer, if they're getting further away. The privates come back. Who do they report to? I guess report to Dwemer. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. So, sir, there's some sort of creature in the woods with fire eyes. It's living in a tree.
Hope you like your life. So, no. Okay, what do you mean they have fire in their eyes?
Talk to Landon.
It sort of shot fire out of its eye.
Like a biological function?
I can't do that, but
Okay, all right.
I assume so. It had a tool of some sort that it was heating.
All right. Well, go. Thank you for letting us know right now. Is Forum still out there?
Four Hands is still out there. Yes, sir.
All right. Go get the captain and Caster. Bring them here.
Not here.
Oh yeah, right. Landon and
have a dean.
Caster,
Sergeant,
and Caster.
Dean Scarl.
Yeah, Dean Scarl.
Fucking hell.
And bring them to me. We'll talk this over. Thank you for letting them know. Get some food.
Get them back in the line.
Here, have a muffin.
Exactly.
That's why they reported to you.
Muffins.
Lieutenant Dwemer always gives you muffins.
He's a wizard, but he also bakes a hell of
muffin.
dry bread.
Like kids, don't do it more. He'll give us a muffin.
Those are battle scones. You don't want to eat those.
All right, two privates re-enter the line, wiping crumbs out their face. So Four Hands is still out there with something that shoots fire out of its eyes.
Can we talk to one of the other?
Wait, was it hiding in a tree or just standing on the ground?
Hiding in a tree.
Hiding up in a tree?
It was in the hollow of a dead tree.
Hollow of the
Okay, so
it's not very big.
Can't be that bad, but where's can we discuss this with one researcher and see
who was that? Who was that researcher? I was like, what was her name?
Yeah.
Humorous?
Humorous, yeah.
Humorous? Yeah.
I
call for her.
Make sure we get there and we describe that to her.
Yes, Dean.
Yes. Anyways, dear girl.
Have we made a discovery, sir?
Did you find those texts I asked you to?
Yes, we have a cart.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure by now I still haven't dealt with that knowledge yet, but I know it. Yes. So, do we not describe what the scouts reported?
They described some creature, maybe a meter or two, and a link that's in a hollow that seems to be projecting a green flame from one of its eye sockets onto a piece of metal, which is explaining the ring that we're seeing currently.
So we should consult the text for this?
If there's anything similar.
This sounds familiar at all.
No, but we can look it up immediately to the reference card.
She goes.
You see torches in the center of Cap just burst into very bright flames as they magically trigger them to give them light to read.
Well, I'm sure these things knew we were here already.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's why they were surrounding us.
Yeah.
So,
So we can either
at this
try to. We know that they're creatures who are intelligent enough to have tools, so we could either attempt to yell at them and like attempt to parlay with them in the Wheeze tongue, or we could just launch a volley of javelins or arrows or what have you, and try and just drive them away. Or
So you
I feel like if we immediately open fire, that sends the
wrong
message.
signal, yeah.
We're hostile.
So
and they're
you
right and collapsing on us in the dark.
in the distance, a flame bursts up. But your stealth roll still beats his. So, but you see its face a little bit in the light, and it's sort of not happy with that light being off in the distance. And it sort of grits like very sharp, freaky looking fucking teeth as the light sort of gets larger in the distance, and then it sort of scurries around the trunk and away in sort of this extremely skinny, naked, humanoid figure made of like bones and sinew. It sort of scurries away around the tree trunk and gets further away, and it goes scuttling off through the undergrowth.
Okay. I'm going to stealthily return.
Okay.
And
You don't have to roll for it. That's fine.
once I get close to the picket, brief whistle. Just
Yep. They don't kill you.
good idea not to,
yeah. No friendly fire.
Mr. Forehead, sir, you made it.
Yes.
We saved you a muffin.
Did Dwayne make this muffin?
Yes.
Do not trust those muffins. Those are poisonous, magical muffins.
You're quite good, sir.
But
Yes.
Dwayne made them.
Yes, whatever you say, sir. Does that mean we can have your muffin, sir?
Whatever.
If there's anything else in this game, I don't regret the muffins.
What part of poisonous, magical muffin did you... Never mind. Where are Landon and Castor?
They point to the center of the camp where there's, plumes of flame erupting from the ground from magical torches. Yeah.
Head that way.
Are the one after we lit the torches? We're going to keep an eye, obviously, on the lights around us. Do they? So one went away. We know that. Did the others go away? Or
They're still just kind of blinking out in the distance, but
okay.
you don't see anything getting closer.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just everyone
That's
keep
gonna
their watch. Yeah.
So listen to me. The creature was about yay high.
Uh-huh.
It shot fire out of this eye and had a black, rapidly blinking eye on the other side.
Uh-huh.
It had tools, very, very sharp teeth,
Okay.
and it appeared to be a very wiry built thing. It did not like that fire. When the fire went up, it reacted with agitation and moved away. So they are either threatened by the fire, or they see it as a challenge.
Could it be their communication method?
I think it's a challenge.
Yeah.
They
I
probably
believe it may be coming back with
think
more
that-
numbers then.
They perhaps if we can figure something out. If we sneak up on if you sneak up on one again, or if any of us sneak up on one again, we should try and capture one. Fortunately, I do have that iron mask, and we could put it on there. That would keep its eye fire from hurting us.
The Iron Man.
We strap that on there, and it won't be able to, burn or blind us with that eye fire.
Filed the edges off of it.
It means it's a small creature. If anything, it'll be too big for it. But
So you're doing that, and then one of those, Eureka! I found something.
Okay.
An old person coming up. He's one of the older archaeologists. He's like, sir, is this could be what you're referencing?
Okay.
Speak, man.
It's from an oral history taken in the year 7.
Is it illustrated?
Well, there were some illustrated texts back in the day. There's some concordances with naturalist texts that were.
Anyways, what's the summary?
It doesn't translate quite well. It's from the original Wheeze tongue, translated into Ichanese,
Yeah.
and then translated into this.
Do you have the original Wheeze tongue? version of it?
No.
Okay.
It has no recorded writing.
Okay.
The Ichinese translated everything. It was quite colonialist of them. We just...
You have the phonetic of the Wii.
All right. Well,
it roughly translates into the bastard infant of Mother Choice Stealer.
Mother Choice. Okay. The bastard. Wait. What does it say about them?
There's a legend. It was from the Nawani. It was apparently taken from the Likaken tribe of the previous times. Mother Choice Stealer was a woman who desired to do none of her own research, and forced others to do research for them, and then stole credit for it, like a bad professor, to the point where she would do it until they researched for her until they died, and she would take all the credit for theirs. But through her power for this, it apparently made her live forever. I don't know what discovery that was, but she grew lonely and decided to have a child, and then the gods, the twin sisters, which are these apocryphal creatures, lost to time, apparently cursed her to never breed, and what she made was this terrible devil thing with teeth that bit her as it suckled, as it said, and then the rest of the text is lost to flame.
This is what tenure does to you?
Yeah. Okay. And what are they, just like horrible little monsters that kill and eat people and stuff? Or like, does it say anything about what they do or what they want?
It says the landing lines of the text is like, and this is why all children should beware. And then the text is burnt. So whatever the bastard infant of the Mother Choice Stealer did as sort of a sociological, anthropological function, we've not discovered. There's something about fire in its eyes. Its screams are reported to be legendary, as it tortured its mother night and day with its shouts of terror, and apparently accused her of her crimes over and over again. So she has silenced the infant child through magical sorcerous means, and that is it is apparently, that's why it goes unseen in the night, or unheard in the night. It's unclear about the translation.
Okay. Okay. Well, Carmen did maybe made a mistake.
Okay,
Yeah.
we don't have full proof that this was her.
Yeah.
Apocryphal data.
Signs point to likely. You got to say there's a family resemblance there.
I've not seen this thing.
It sounds like it is. I mean, yeah. It's a freaky immortal, half immortal thing. But it sounds like there's only one. So maybe the other ones are some sorcery it's doing. Or maybe it has bred, or somehow there was a spawning of them. And so, yeah, maybe these are descendants of it. Did it say how many there were? There was just the one?
Yes.
Okay. So it is intelligent, and it's really angry at Carmen.
The Mother Choice Stealer cast it out. It was disgusted at its presence.
Yes.
And then it went to hunt the children of the world.
Great. She
Right.
made Grendel.
Yeah, a little bit. So what do we do? Do we just kill it? Do we try and negotiate with it?
I don't know. It's an apocryphal text.
Well, I mean, it sounds like the thing we just saw.
There's nothing about fire in the eyes. It's just very tiny,
Yeah.
and scrabbly claws, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what he saw.
yeah,
Along with
it could be a primate of some sort.
I mean, we're primates.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So that doesn't mean it's not intelligent. It could be an immortal spawn.
It could be a malformed man-bat.
Could be a
Sometimes
product.
their wings come out as arms.
No, it came out as it's product of dark sorcery from an year or hundreds of years ago.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to support this hypothesis, but Suppose we can do nothing but journey forward.
Yeah.
Which brings the question: what do we do about it, though?
Maybe I could create some sort of net bolt for the crossbow to shoot at it and try and capture it.
Worth a shot.
And yeah, I mean it is worth one shot. We could try that.
Come on, Aaron. Get on board with it.
So are you just going to hole up for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. If it keeps doing this freaky fire, I don't I don't know what it's trying to do with that.
I mean, it's giving itself away, but we have decided disadvantage in the dark.
Well, it obviously didn't like our fire too.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to retreat to my tent because it's somebody else's watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess during my time doing that, I'll try and make a net bolt that we can fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll use our own campfires and start carving pieces to do a conversion of energy.
Well, then the fire is going to get lower and colder.
I was doing select fires.
8, 7s, and 5s.
Yeah, 3 8s.
All right, yeah. You have one net bolt.
All right. So we can try and lure it.
Actually, could I do a conversion of sound on some of the boots from the guys who were patrolling around into? Let's see. I'm never picking. Actually, chemical energy, because I could convert that maybe into changing the composition of the soil into more quicksand, so we can create traps for these things to fall into.
All right, so what are you converting?
The sound of the boots they're coming from the boots from the guards who are patrolling into elastic. Oh,
okay.
sorry, no, into chemical. Sorry, chemical and
all right, roll it.
Quicksand. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, 3 and converting a master die into a 9, so 3 9s.
Okay. They have very quiet boots as they patrol. Soundless, all those.
Yep.
But it is minor chemical energy, so it's not going to be much of a trap, but
Something to slow them
you
down,
can
at least.
launch a trap or two. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're small creatures, so maybe we don't need that much.
Yeah.
If you're assuming we've only seen one, so we don't know if it's one who was just immortal and has crazy sorcery, or if it's a whole tribe of them, and they each have that.
Do you have any sorcery forehands?
I do not.
I will accept sight at a penalty then. Lose a die.
Okay. I do also have Scrutinize and Eerie.
Yeah. Eerie's be good.
Okay.
If you want the penalty.
Pair 10s or pair 2s.
Paratens does it. As Dwemer is carving symbols on the boots of the guards, you recognize that symbol. It is very similar to the thing you saw glowing in the dark on whatever little pict was on that thing's tool.
Oh, so it was using the silence.
Dwenar.
Mm-hmm. What?
This symbol, what does it mean?
It's a conversion of sound.
I understand that it is your foul sorcery, but what does this symbol mean?
It means it means transition from sound to chemical.
The creature is using the same.
So they're masking their appearance.
They are masking their sound.
They're using thermal energy to. That's
No, they are masking their sound to sneak up on us.
Shit.
What is the purpose of masking sound if it is not to be stealthy?
All right.
Right. Well, I mean, we have guards posted vigilant, so looking for things.
So you're staying up through the night?
Yeah.
We're rotating in.
Yeah, we're
Is there a way to cancel this sorcery? Maybe turn it back on its own?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not without making some sort of...
Or that would be a large a study.
You do notice that the shapes are extremely similar, but this one's... The one you recognize burning in the dark is slightly different.
Could you draw it out for me?
Can I draw it out for him?
It's a pretty elaborate weave and ruin. You're trying your best. It definitely looks like yours. You can't really tell what's that different about it.
Would it be thermal to sound negating?
It is sound to thermal. It's pretty much the exact conversion.
Yeah, so it's converting that fire.
Oh no, he's doing chemical.
Yeah,
right?
it's chemical.
yeah.
So it'd be chemical
So it's sound to thermal. That's one difference you recognize.
or sound to, well, I guess nuclear because they're on the same pack.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So basically, yeah, the eye fire converted into stealth or into silence.
all right.
Or
So
it could be that the
Silence
sound,
converted.
well, or this is chemical. Well,
yeah.
chemical to sound because
Oh
it's
yeah, sound into that. So,
yeah, chemical to sound because it's a chemical reaction of the burning. So
So maybe the tongs were to make sound that could then silence and then create the eye fire. So,
Is there such a thing as a tong that makes sound, like a tong that you hit on a thing?
well, if they're like normal tongs, you just like snap them back and forth or whatever.
All right, you debate it long into the night. Everyone stays on guard.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Morning rises.
Okay. First thing when it's day, we'll go out with a couple. I'll go out with a couple soldiers and search the areas where I saw the fires, where see if I see anything.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So we're definitely being watched or monitored by this local. So we could try and parlay with this thing by offering it. We'll find out what it wants, but it probably get its attention by mentioning something about Cheska, i.e. Carmen. It probably has a big grudge against her.
Your note.
So you could definitely do that, but I'm guessing it wants, meat and or revenge. So we should keep going and see if we find any ruins or find anything else that would be good for this crusade. And then when we get to set up a camp today, for tonight, then we set up a trap. Like we set up the camp with one obvious hole, like one obvious thing that a person could easily sneak up on, and that's where we put our trap. You see what I
don't think that we
Agreed.
should do anything obvious.
Yeah. Well, like put one blind spot in it, or so someone from the outside sees as, it's like I could sneak up using that blind spot, but that blind spot is really where our trap is.
Caster,
Yeah.
how long have you been a soldier, sir?
Well, I mean, they're not. I mean, all right. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah. A while.
How long have you been a soldier?
A while.
How long of a while?
I don't remember.
1 year? 2 months?
A long time.
2 years? 5 years?
Conversation. Go somewhere.
Yeah.
Were you listening to the gentleman talking about the apocryphal text?
Yeah.
He said it was from the year 7.
Okay.
According to the calendar, it is the year 364.
Well, we don't know if it's the same creature. We don't know if it's a descendant of it. We also don't know how intelligent it is.
Right, but if it is a descendant of Cheska, there is the possibility that it is 360 some
There
odd
is a
years old.
possibility. We also don't know if it's dealt with. It's only dealt with unarmed archaeologists before. It's never dealt with professional soldiers. It's never dealt with other sorcerers, except for Cheska, which was it doesn't. She uses a different magic than we do.
So you're getting a marching in the morning?
After we check out the sides, we'll continue further in.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on your way. The men are whispering. You hear various. Actually, one of the hunting pack goes up to you, Duimar. It's like, sir,
yes,
you're a learned man, sir.
I try to be. What's
The men are talking about demon babies that come and eat you in the night. Is there any truth to such things, sir?
No. Here is the truth of the matter. So, we are. And would this be Inspire or Graces? Just if I'm.
Are you telling the truth of the matter?
If I'm telling them the truth, is that Graces?
Yes, that's great.
Graces. Okay. Here's the truth of the matter. We have discovered that there is some other species out, which we fully expected to find something out here because this is unknown and we're going through it. We're dealing with a potential creature that we hope we can talk to, but we are prepared for a fight, as are you. You've trained for this. You've trained to be a fighter, as that's like Langdon and the others have made you. And and I hope that you trust us in our ability to defend
yes,
you.
sir. Does it possess sorcery? Can you protect it from us?
We will do our best, but you are part of that, and I expect you to do your part without panicking or spreading rumors that we do not know.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and that is a bunch of crap. Oh no, sorry, 2 3s, 2 3s. So.
All right, yeah, he's
barely
calm down. We can beat a demon, baby. We're okay with that.
Good man. Go for it.
Who's on point? All right, you're walking forward. Sense scrutinize.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Pair of 5s.
Okay. You see in the path ahead that you're hacking forward, there's an area of dead ground cover where the leaves don't look quite right. They wouldn't have fallen that way naturally. You hold up the carts, yeah.
Look for something big and rock-like.
You find a rock.
Yes.
It's a blood rock. From the bloodlines.
Yes.
This is uncharted territory. I don't know if they have normal rocks out here or not.
Proceed.
It's a screaming rock.
I mean, it could have been. You don't know.
Yeah.
A Venus
For all we
fly
know.
rock.
Okay, so I'm going to take this rock and I'm going to throw it into the middle of that pit.
It sort of sinks down and continues to sink down into what appears to be a natural sinkhole, and then you see a lot of earth sinking down as it's basically a pit that opens up. The archaeologist gasps.
Well, it's at least moderately intelligent. It understands trapping.
Or just gesture at closest private.
Mm-hmm.
Jump in there.
No.
Bring him forward.
No.
Look in the pit. What's at the bottom of the pit?
Okay. I'm going to investigate the pit. You get Landon. Tell him to take the rest of this group back about 15, 20 minutes worth of journey, and we're going to go around. We're going to blaze a new trail back at that spot where we saw where we might go some other direction.
Okay, sir.
Tell Landon that verbatim, please.
Yes. The archaeologist. Can we just study
No.
the pit? It looks natural. It looks like a natural sinkhole, sir. Just yes. Ah! Oh God, the pain!
Was that natural?
Oh, it hurts!
My hand is
Is
completely
my face
numb.
okay? Oh God!
Do we even see the bottom of the pit? What's at the bottom?
No, it's just a bunch of dirt that sort of looks like a sinkhole.
Okay.
In this region, nature is dangerous. Do you understand me, man?
Yes, I would be careful. Ah, my face.
This is not poop-covered punji sticks.
Yep.
It could
So you're just gonna go around it and leave it there?
Yeah, I mean, this thing
I'm going to investigate it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See or take a slightly closer look, scrutinize it.
It's a bunch of dirt. You'd have to do some digging to see what was in the ground that went away that led to a sinkhole. But yeah, you don't see punji sticks. You don't see tools anywhere around it. You don't see claw marks or tracks. It appears to be a sinkhole.
Do we know? This stinks of sorcery.
It's up to you. Like, you could roll sorcery
Yeah,
at
I'll
it.
look at it and see. Three tens. Yeah, that looks like sorcery to us.
It's not.
Nope.
If you drew a transfer ruin on that, it would have to be buried at the bottom of the sinkhole. So
it literally just looked like a landslide, a sinkhole. This was just a bad patch of earth.
Well, so it was camouflage? Or it was just...
No, you could see where it was sort of dipping in naturally, where the leaves were sort of going into a circular region.
Okay, so it's just a sinkhole.
You don't know what caused the sinkhole, but yes.
Okay. I asked the archaeologist, do you know much about the ground, or are we going to encounter a lot more of these sinkholes?
The geologist, we must see.
You mean you want to dig into it?
Yes.
Would this help with our whole crusade thing? Like in terms...
I don't care about your filthy nonsense religion. Let me see the rocks, man.
Damn it. You know we shouldn't have brought a geologist. They're loose cannons. So, yeah, I mean, is that the kind of thing that we're here for? Is just digging up sinkholes?
We're here for science, you fool!
Okay, I mean, out of character, is this the kind of thing that's going to help with our cause, or is it?
For your crusade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we find the correct path through here.
Well, what? How long?
If everyone died to a sinkhole, yeah.
How would that help?
I mean, you found out why everyone died.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
That's why it doesn't have the direction.
All right, why don't we could set up camp.
Sinkholes the whole time.
How long will it take you to dig up the sinkhole?
Well, we would have to lay out a grid, and then we've got to sketch the site so it's originally preserved.
You have 2 hours.
From there,
Yeah.
we can begin with the brushes.
How long?
Better part of a week.
Oh my god, we can spend a day here. You'll have to dig fast. We
can fudge some things.
We only have so much food. We have to it's not just all about geology too. What about the botanist? Have you thought about the botanist?
Don't talk to botany with me. So yes, they will dig as fast as they can.
Okay. So we'll give them a day here and we can set up and we can also scout around and see and then we can set up a trap.
And no one's been in this direction before it survived, so they can't go at it the Egyptology method, which is just, give me the closest pick.
Yeah.
And let's just go ape shit
on
this
so
hole.
While they're getting their science on, we can either set up a trap or at least do something.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask if I could roll tactics to kind of like...
Yeah, you can roll tactics.
Double 9s.
MLG.
And double 7s to back that up. In case you...
Okay.
Yeah, kind of this whole category of MLG air horn remixes of songs.
Oh, thank God. So double 9s.
And double 7.
Followed by double 7s.
All right. Cool.
Something happened.
Nope. You set up camp. Many people are very tired and happy to quit early for the day, with the exception of geologists who are energized.
So we're going to scout around the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And for the camp, I'm going to clear out, have the men clear out, and I'll help. Basically, we want some clear ground between us and where we sleep, so that no one can just sneak up right on us.
Yeah.
And then we're going to set up torches and things at the edge of this clearing. So
there's torches.
Okay.
We'll set the same defensive perimeter as last time, but I've got some thoughts on a good defensive strategy. I need you to engineer me some flammable balls, just like tumbleweeds, big ones.
Okay. So
something simple, fast, down and dirty that will
you're already clearing brush,
hill,
yeah.
That will roll down a hill and catch fire.
Okay.
I need as many of them as you can make.
All right. I have been advocating.
So are you moving to higher ground away from the site of the sinkhole?
Yes, we are actually.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll tell them that they'll have to dig. We can't protect the dig site.
Yeah, the sinkhole will be about a mile away.
Yeah,
we'll leave a small guard force with them. And tell them to keep working, and then we're gonna set.
They're still within sight though. If it's only a mile away, right?
Well, in thick jungle, no.
Okay. Well, they'll set up torches?
4
so
hands.
We can see
Okay. I want 4 hands hiding nearby. We're gonna play like we're gonna let them work with a small guard.
What is width or height?
You want me watching the scientists?
What's your height?
Boring, but you're going to
my height said I can make 2 10s, but I also have 3 8s.
And what'd you roll again?
This is engineering to make.
2 10. Height would be better.
Okay, so 2 10s
for what?
The flaming tumbleweeds.
Oh yeah, they're damn good flaming tumbleweeds.
All right,
damn fine tumbleweeds.
All right.
So yeah, the dig site goes on. You're leaving 4 hands back with them.
Can he be stealthed out somewhere in a high?
He would have to roll stealth. That's fine.
Yeah.
Give them like a horn or something so they can
Pair of nines.
they can hide or they can call if they run into trouble.
All right.
Yeah, no, our soldiers know what to do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, okay. So we have the flaming tumbleweeds.
Okay.
Right.
So we've got raised ground that we've set a basic, quick, picket line with the troops kind of entrenched around it in a block formation, and then the scientists and priests are all in the center.
As you're going up, you see a few more of these.
Yes.
You see a few more of these sinkholes around the floor of the jungle as you're going up to the higher ground. But you do sort of get to a raised position. The excavation's going well. Four Hands, are you revealing yourself to anyone in the camp?
No.
All right. Then
Landon said that I was supposed to stay hidden from all.
yeah, they hurriedly whisper to each other and begin their excavations, and they just dig through stuff and they're pulling stuff out and talk to each other, but you can see them, but you can't really hear what they're saying from where you're at. And
Last preparation.
Yeah.
Some excess oil, lantern oil, whatever. We smear it around any sinkhole we find.
okay,
Perimeter of the sinkhole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple, basic, but works.
As you're preparing things, Father Barbados comes to you and says, Castor, I wish to see you in my tent.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just finish up this last tumbleweed thing that I'm doing. Well,
It's important.
I know. I can talk while I work. Yeah.
How much longer? These fetid birds drain me of my vigor. It's disgusting out here.
Did you take the repellent?
We used all we can. They're everywhere. It's repugnant.
Yeah.
When will we find something to impress? They're enamored with holes in the ground. The fools. We seek something to bring them the light of the sun. Have we not found this yet?
This is a trial that the seer has put upon us. Clearly.
What would you know of the trials of seer? I have studied since birth the sacred texts. This is nonsense. I say we turn around soon.
Wasn't I? My entire human family was murdered, and I was raised by wild animals. So I know a little bit about trials and tribulations. Yeah, I had to eat bark for 3 years.
This isn't a contest, Castor.
You questioned my authority on this.
I question your authority to do the holy texts.
I'm saying that maybe the seer is asking you to be more humble about things.
I shall go to Princess Sylvia. If she cannot keep her vows, at least she could see reason to get us out of this fetid hellhole.
Well, haven't you been talking to them, the locals, the people in Nagalisitu? Haven't you been trying to win them over? I think the ground is changing. Maybe we'll get to the edge of this world.
Their hubris cannot be reasoned with, Castor. They believe themselves capable of understanding the sun. Such nonsense and bold, narcissism. It's madness. Who could speak with such creatures?
And you're having problems connecting to them.
Oh, God. Have a great idea.
All right.
All right, he leaves. He's disgusted.
He's going to Sylvia?
Yeah. Are you going to feed him a muffin?
I might.
Oh, gosh. You're running out of things to make muffins.
Oh, I got an idea for this one. So, if he's going to,
you're getting down to hardtack.
He's that good of a baker.
That would be pretty easy to carve some balls onto.
If you had a chisel,
can I have a muffin left? Can I have a muffin left over from the last batch? That's all.
How many muffins do you have? Do you have anything with you besides muffins?
I could cook something else. I just thought it was funny with the muffins.
Naan. He made some naan.
Okay.
It's muffins all the way
But if he's
down.
going to ask for this, if I can overhear it, I'd like to carve one piece where it's given to them. It doesn't fill him up, but it's going to produce a radiance above him when he consumes it, and he'll think it's a sign from the seer, because he is looking for a sign from the sun.
Maybe you should ask Sylvie if that would work. She knows him better than you do.
Yes, you might trust your wife on this one.
It might be fun, but oh well. But I do ask her. We really need to give him a sign, and I don't want to be deceiving, but I don't feel that he's going to see any other sign but the one he's looking for. And this land is completely alien. He doesn't understand it.
Honey, this is cloister gossip, so I don't want it to be passed around. Father Barbados is what you would call a candle priest, if you're aware of the term.
I've been away for a while, so you're going to have to explain that one to me.
He saw a candle and thought it the light of the seer. He's not as inspired as some of the more dedicated members. He is landed and from a good family.
So he's a fair weather priest.
He's a member of the Knight. The seer propagates many species under the sun. All grow equally under his watchful gaze. But yes, he's not typically one to view the light of the sun undiluted. He shines a mirror up to it and dims it with his cynicism. I would love one of your muffins. They're so tasty. And it's such a wonderful skill you have.
You
should open a shop.
I was happy about that. So I would like that one. Oh, no, not that one. But I ask her, though.
Oh, leave that last muffin out as a trap. Maybe the creature will eat it and we'll see it.
Can we just leave it in the clear muffin at this point?
So, at the dig site, you see them remove what you can tell from a distance to be bones. In fact, you see a large skull with sort of a distended, round muzzle, as you recognize as a leech cat. And others come out. They're furiously drawing and measuring these things, and they're again removing bones from this site. They light torches. They're very animated. The geologist is, very excited about this find. Are you going to come over and ask what's going on, or?
No, I can kind of tell what's going on. They found the bones of a leech cat in there, and they think that the leech cat is what's responsible for that sinkhole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good, because they're making fires, and that might attract my prey.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. You're in the night, I suppose?
Yep.
What part of Hunter did you miss?
All right. You rolled 2 10s, I believe.
2 9s, but...
2 9s, all right. So that beat them. So roll for sight.
Let's see. Oh, that's 1's force. I've got a pair of force. So it might sneak up on them.
Okay.
Probably going to sneak up on them.
7s. You got a pair of 7s, bro. Or
that's
you didn't
what I
roll that one. My bad.
All right. So you're there. It's the night. Are you guys going to sleep, or?
I'm going to try and catch him sleep. I just made a bunch of tumbleweeds. That can
Yeah.
fire.
Whew, tumbleweeds, exhausted work.
Well, there was other stuff too, but yeah.
The Likaken fighters are trying to train without their sensei.
No, you guys need to take an off day.
I will set up our own sinkhole traps.
You're just gonna tear muscles, like, man. Just do some stretches.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Do some stretches.
So,
I nap, but I'm mostly staying up with the force.
Yeah, I'll make sure those sinkholes are set up before.
Do I get to know what my tactics roll got me yet?
Not yet.
All right.
So you
we just don't have enough intel.
you're all the night. You're watching the dig site. They're sort of digging. They're just pouring bones out of this. It looks like a whole clatch of leech cats, a big den that all appear to have died mostly in the ground. They're pulling out multiple skulls. You don't know much about archaeology, but you assume each skull is a dead leech cat. And there's 5 or 6 of them in this clutch that they're pulling out that died there and rotted. And you assume that as they rotted, they took up less space in the ground, and their den sort of collapsed.
Is that normal leech cat behavior, though?
No, they don't typically die in the ground in large clutches. And then they're there. They're just there. Every direction, all at once, these scrabbling, naked things come clawing through the undergrowth. You feel the wind as some of them pass you, where you're unseen in a clutch of grass, but you feel the wind. You don't hear it. You don't hear the leaves move. It's just dead silence. And then they're just on the soldiers and on the archaeologists.
And I'm going to be on them.
Okay. So you hear briefly
Fire or blood. What did we have for signal purposes?
Yeah, horn.
Yeah. Horn.
All right. So you hear for a moment, as you're getting the horn out, at the beginning of the screams, and then you see these hot sort of sigils go into the necks of everyone as they're yelling, as they sort of scrabble all over them. And then off in the distance, you hear as you blow the horn.
I get up, yeah.
So some of them turn towards you and sort of scrabble around. All of them have one right eye, and the left eye is this chunk of rock, irregularly sized, with a sigil on it. And the other one, they have this hot poker. And they all start leaking towards you, and occasionally like hot blue flame coming out of the eyes as they make the poker hotter. You're looking at what they're doing to the other men and women of the crew. They're screaming as they're being just eaten alive, just hollowed out, torn to pieces. They're screaming as loud as they can, but they have perfect magical sound seals. And as they scream and die harder, you see those jets of flame coming toward, like farther, stronger, hotter, and bluer. They're all, so this is combat. So what's your sense?
My sense is 3.
They're going to declare at the same time. So 5 of them are not feasting right now and are coming after you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to take a die out so that I can parry, but I'm going to fight.
Okay. You're going to split your action. Yeah. Okay.
So the way I do that is I take out a die so that I can do it. And then do I roll?
You roll the full, you're fighting
you pick out, you need multiples to get both.
Yeah, okay. If you get multiple sides, you can choose what is what.
Okay.
So you got 7s, you got 1s. So yeah, you get both.
Yeah, 10.
All right.
110.
Wow. Yeah, but 110 is not going to do me any good.
Yeah,
110's not a pair. He needs pairs. So.
No, sorry, I was thinking.
All right, they got 3 2s to attack you.
I've got 3 7s.
All right, that'll gobble that. So you ace one of them with your big ass club. It's down. They're not super strong or big, but you sort of cleave it. You can tell that they're hissing and screaming at you, but nothing's coming out. They're covered in the burn marks from the brand as well. And they appear to all be constantly shrieking as they eat and consume.
Well, he also got a 2-1, so we could also,
that was the parry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, they're going to attack you again.
Same thing.
Do they lose any dice for this? So they're attacking as a group. Okay.
Nice.
They do get a bonus for having flamethrower eyes, though.
Yeah. Well done.
Flamethrower eyes, OP, please, sir.
Yeah. He's got trip 9s and trip 7s.
All right. That kills 2 more of them as you whisk them away. The other ones go scrabbling into the night, and the ones eating the corpses sort of look up at you, and blood and visceral hanging down.
Well, I'm going to take out as many of those as I can as well.
Oh, they see you coming towards them after the advanced Garfall, and they go scurrying into the dark. One of them spritzes the bodies near it with just flamethrowers it to now they're on fire. Some of the people are still moving and flailing around, but he just basically lights the whole area on fire, and they go jumping into the woods.
Grab the nearest one, roll it in dirt. Nearest flaming, still living person.
Yeah.
And then continue doing so until...
Yeah.
I'm expecting reinforcements any second.
Well, about that.
Yeah.
So in the dark, with your defenses, you don't really hear or see anything, but they're scrabbling up the hill. As the horn blows, one of your men on the distance sees something in the dark, and you just hear alarm, alarm, and then everyone comes bowling out of the tents as these things come swinging in on vines at you into the camp.
How many of them
Aren't we up on a raised position now?
Yeah, but there's trees on the raised position, and they're coming. They're not coming in great. They're not coming above you, but they're rolling in and just galloping forward through the things.
Well, at the horn,
Yeah.
we had archers ready, so
Yeah.
they loose fire arrows into that cleared area.
Yes, so you see everything now. You see them sort of scrabbling up the hill.
So we start rolling flaming balls down on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this going to be a battle thing? Or is it...
No, they don't like that. They have not seen that before.
Okay.
And they go scrabbling in the night. All of you notice, though, that the guards are making sound. Your men are making sounds. You hear armor. You hear screams. You hear the rustle of tent fabric. You hear flames. You don't hear them. They hit rock. They have claws go tacking into wood. You don't hear anything coming off of them. They appear to be covered in these weird symbols that you've not seen before. You catch a couple of them on fire. They're not thrilled about that.
Can I take a net shot at one?
Yes, you can take a net shot. Yeah, but they know you're coming. Immediate retreat.
Okay. They're raiders, yeah, not a...
Yeah, figured.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to...
Yeah, that's why we have the net shot.
Yeah. So that'll be 5s. That's not great, but...
Well, let's see if they can dodge.
Yeah.
6s.
6s, yep.
Yep.
So
You don't capture them. They're a pretty wily bunch.
All right, but we've killed some.
Yeah, you've killed some. Yeah.
Okay.
look at those damn anthropologists studying
Yeah.
some fucking corpses.
Well,
Tell them to stop screaming, for the love of God.
You don't need to roll sense, so you hear, arrows crashing through the jungle canopy. You see flames over by the camp. And you realize that you're not going to hear them coming, but if they repel the attack, they're repelling it towards you. So what are you going to do?
Well, how many scientists do I still have alive?
Oh, none. No. They saw them, so they moved into position to get them. They didn't see you because you had out-hid them. You rolled 9s, they rolled 6s, but then you didn't see them moving. So, yeah.
Would it be a tactics roll to set up my own kind of, like a quick snare trap using a vine?
Tactics? No, that'd be more his engineering kind of stuff.
Okay.
You could just wrestle one.
Yeah.
Just not punch it in the head, knock it unconscious.
I'll let you roll tactics.
Basically set up my own ambush. It's like, well, if they're going to be coming this way...
Well, I'll give you some information for tactics.
Pair of 4s.
All right, so they sent enough people to eat the people you sent.
Mm-hmm.
So if they attacked the camp, they probably sent enough to eat the people in the camp. Which means that if they're all running towards you, you are pretty fucking tough. but you're gonna have to kill 50 of these motherfuckers by yourself, which is not great odds. You should probably get out of there or hide. Yeah.
Okay. Well, still tie up a tripwire, but then I'm going to hide in the hole.
Okay. I'll give you tactics at a -2 to engineer a snare, unless you've got survival or something like that.
I don't even know what survival would be
Yeah.
under.
I think it'd be like
Yeah.
steel or something like that.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
0 successes.
But I will let you could hide in the sinkhole, basically, surrounded by the corpses. You don't hear them running towards you, but as they jump over the pit, you see these black streaks with occasional bursts of flame go galloping back into the jungle.
I'm going to wait until maybe 10, 15 have passed. Pick up rock, throw rock at one of them. Maybe I can knock it out.
Okay.
I just want to catch the one in the back.
All right.
I don't know. It seems like a good idea.
I'll let you split it between stealth, because you don't want them to catch you throwing rocks out at them.
3 9s.
4 9s.
4 9. Where's 4? There's 6.
Oh, that's a 6.
Yeah.
Never mind. So 3 9s, 3 5s.
All right.
There you go. I'm firing that.
Well, they got 10 dice. There's a whole bunch of them.
That's right.
All right. They got 10s. What do you have?
3 9s and 3 5s.
All right. Well, the 10s will gobble your 9s. What do you want that to be?
I was thinking that the 9s would be the throw, so throw is going to go wide, but the stealth is still going to hold.
All right. Well, then after that, they got 8s.
Jeez. Wow. So you failed at both. Oh, and he also has a pair of 5s. So.
Well, you had 9s. You could fail your spell and hit him with a rock.
All right, let's try that.
All right. You clunk one out with a rock, and then a bunch of them just,
Descend on you.
blue flame of death come looking at you.
Athletics to run.
You want to run up there and grab it and book into the trees?
Yeah, let's do that. Grab
All
the
right.
one and run.
Let's do athletics. I'll remove one die because one of them's knocked out. So this is going to be a joint athletics test.
Let's see.
Bunch of 1s.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Damn.
So wait, is that a 10 on that die, or is that a 1?
That's a... Oh, that's a 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's still, damn.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
3 4s, 2 6s.
Well, it's a speed thing. So you get there, but boy, do they get there. So I'll let you put... You're also on fire. I'll let you put 6 killing wherever you want on your body. Because they are biting and clawing and poking you with a hot stick and basically blow torturing big parts of your body with their eyes.
1 to each limb and then 2 to the chest.
I'll take 3 to the torso.
Okay. You're not wearing armor, are you? Well, I guess fire wouldn't help with this. You can really, yeah.
2 to the left leg, 1 to the right.
Okay.
Okay, you can try and run from him again and try and get away
Do I
with the
still
corpse.
have my...
You're going to lose a die because you're carrying the corpse, the unconscious one now.
I will be happy with losing that die, but getting the intel.
Okay, they're
Because
going
I'm also thinking that I should be getting reinforcements at some point. Where the hell are they?
Well, we're trying.
Kind of under siege.
I am not rolling like me tonight.
I mean, we're on fire, though.
All right, what do you got?
2 2s, 2 1s.
I'll let you put 3 killing wherever you want on your body. Anyway, they start receding into the jungle as David's having his rock fight with one of them. What are you doing?
Do we know that's the direction of the camp, isn't it?
Good God. Grabbing the telescope. Come on.
Whoa, friendly fire.
Yeah, put that away.
I'll run
Taser face.
Oh yeah, taser bolt.
Yeah. So I take the...
You'll move faster than gathering all the men.
No,
just
I'm
yeah.
running out. Yeah.
No, I
right,
want
all
my
of you
defenses
roll
to
athletics.
hold. We have civilians in
right.
the camp. I'm going.
Yeah. Wow, 3 threes.
Wow, I got a rock.
2 3s, 2 6s.
All right.
I get there first, I guess.
Yep.
What do you get?
2 threes.
All right, so as you're hustling basically a click through the jungle, you've cleared some and you know where all the pits are, and you can even light up the sinkholes, which aren't doing anything, but at least it's light on the way.
Yeah.
And Castor, you get there, you see 4 hands literally on fire, his club on the ground, sort of using an unconscious one to beat off 9 or 10 other ones as they claw and beat all over him. What are you doing?
Glorious.
All right.
I am going to do some Venus harm with the body on the text, but I don't care.
Actually, I'm
gonna
gonna
fight.
spend my actions to throw 2 axes.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see here. 2 twos. Let's see here. Wow, did I just get a...
Yeah, that happened.
All right, well, I got 1 match, so...
Yeah, better than me.
Yeah, so I hit 1.
All right, well, they're not defending.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. They're still throwing. They're still attacking you. Are you still trying to run?
Actually, I'm going to turn and fight. I'm going to use this
Get my
one
axe wing out of the darkness.
to hit those.
Yeah, you basically got to use the unconscious one because you have 1 arm. Yeah. So
I am setting a die aside to parry with that one, too.
all right, you're gonna parry with the. All right.
So you took off the die for the one I killed?
Oh, I'm rolling to see what they get first. But
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
A bunch of ones again.
Gonna let you gobble.
All right.
And then,
that's it.
that's pretty much it. So they would have gotten a damage. They were looking to burn your feet off, but one of them gets an axe in its brain and falls over dead. So that ruins part of that set. What do you have?
3 5s and 2 8s.
The other one that's getting ready to flame you is knocked unconscious with your other one.
Yeah.
Which one dies? The one you're carrying or the other one? Evens or odds? You don't get to control this. You're using one as a club.
He wants to call it. Yeah.
What are you doing?
He said evens.
Evens. All right. He's hardy. He's a hardy boy. He can handle rocks, skull fractures against his fellow nightmare creatures. Got a hard head. All right. Next round, they're down to 8. They're going to split actions between attacking you and him. Dweenar, you get there. Again, you see 4 hands, still aflame, bleeding from everywhere, and fighting these horrible creatures latched onto him. And Castor, what are you using?
I'm just gonna draw my sword and attack and split my action to parry.
Okay.
Okay.
Since I'm gonna do something quickly, see if I can just. Do I just have one of the slap bracelets with the bark
No,
bracelets?
you're out of slap bracelets.
Shit. So, just grabbing a whole bunch of mud and trying to get one Vis on here so I can drain the.
You've got a
fire
gravity
from him.
sphere. I mean,
That's also a map. Just
Area of
not
effect, danger close. Please don't.
That's not a let's fire.
Yeah, there's
this
no
into-
fine tuning on that. It's
if it was still dealing with like the horde of 50, yeah, I would have let that thing go. But
See,
no.
I was expecting a big ass monster.
Yeah,
not
I
a
was
horde of
too,
little
not-
monsters. Yeah.
So, but I'm going to try to
Pygmy
mud and
demon
basically
elves.
draw a beast to drain the fire from him, so he at least is not on fire.
oh, okay.
So- and then take that power and all.
You're gonna have to get near him to draw the V's on him while he's on fire
and fighting.
Athletics first.
and fighting.
I don't think you could.
This is gonna be a split action between athletics and sorcery.
Also, somewhat
as you like take crayons, and you just.
So do I want to take one? So would I take one?
You take your. What's your lower pool?
My lower pool is my athletics.
What's that?
5.
So you take.
So you're gonna roll 4 dice and hope you get 2 sets of.
Yeah, we'll let's see.
By the way, same thing again.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure that my
salvation.
bloodlust is active.
yeah. They're
Operating.
No,
they're splitting their action.
Sorry. Tried.
Yeah, it's not.
Wow, they did not do well.
Damn, not a single second.
No,
Wow.
they were busy setting his legs on fire.
All right.
They used all their luck.
I actually got like 4.
4 wits.
7s.
4 7s.
4 7s.
All right, you cleave 2 of them with their fellow man.
I'll say he woke up enough that flames started.
Yeah, I'll say you trigger his eye, and so 2 of them are caught on fire. Oddly enough, with that much, so that would ruin sets if they had them. What'd you get?
I got 4.
See how you like it.
So, like,
Huh?
I got 8 6s, 3s, and 1s. So I don't know if I can do more than 2 actions.
No, because
Okay.
1 was parry. So.
All right, so I parry 1 and then I kill 1 other.
Yes.
With that set of
You
8s.
chop another one in half with your sword.
Yep.
The rest are going to sprint into the night because help arrived. They almost took down the big one. Yeah. 4 hands is sort of holding a dangling monster.
All right. Let's here. Give me the monster. I'll time him.
He's still on fire.
Yeah, you're going to have to pat him down.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
I show up.
All right. Here,
Donald Glover in Community.
Give me the captive. I'll tie him up. I'll secure him. Yeah. All right. Here you go. All right. Now you get patted out. Then I'll heal your wounds.
Pick up Michael Heedle.
Okay.
All right, 3 7s to drain his thermal energy. So
Well, yeah, you could just roll around. Yeah, you don't need sorcery from it.
I need charges.
You are not getting charges off of me. I
It's
just
not
picked the
that
Michael
much.
Heedle back up.
So
You tried a sorcery on me right now while I'm in
you
the
see
bloodlust? You're losing a limb.
you see the soldiers that you left as guards and the archaeologist
Yeah.
basically just torn asunder and scooped out by claws while they were alive and then set on fire. It is fucked up. And they tore through them like piranha. Like it was minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yep. They know what war is now, I guess. I mean, the survivors. Yeah.
They'll speak of what we did here for the next 10,000 years.
Yeah. All right. So I secure the captive. I'm, make sure it can't move.
Is it still alive?
Is it still alive? I can make a healing check.
4s.
Yeah.
A lot of 4s.
Yeah. 3 4s.
Yes. It shouldn't be.
Okay.
It's super malnourished. It is covered in brands of that. It's got some sort of metal figure just embedded into its claw. That little prong thing it's got is not something it's carrying. It's just sort of jammed in and tangled amongst the bone. Its face is covered in fucked up boils and tumors that you don't recognize, especially around that eye. And that eye is just a weird jagged rock with a symbol carved in it that just basically just stuck right on in there. Just
Is that the fire eye?
yeah.
Okay.
I decapitate one of the dead ones and
Yeah.
bag at the head.
I think we got several
Yeah, I
bodies
need to
to
take
work
a
Oh yeah, you got bodies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I want this one.
Okay.
I got
All right.
I need the eye on that to study.
No, you don't. Get your fucking own.
Get that one right there.
Fine, just pry the eye on one.
This one has a purpose.
All right, then I will heal him.
Yeah.
Now that we secure the captive.
It's by Aaron.
Got at least 2 seconds. I'll just roll another die here. Yeah, 2 6s and 3 3 ones, whatever's better.
I mean, it's gonna live, I guess.
No, to heal.
Yeah.
So is that 3 width or
3 width? Yeah.
Okay.
So you can turn 3 killing into 3 stun, or you could get rid of 1 killing entirely and turn 1 killing into stun.
Okay, so I'll lose 3 killing in the chest.
All right.
And make it stun. Yeah. So you drag 4 hands back. The camp is all aflutter.
You don't have to drag me. I can walk on my own.
I am fireman. I'm supporting you.
Yeah.
Limp.
I'll carry the captive.
Yeah.
How many bodies did I make?
The metal.
I believe that was 5.
The metal arm graft and the rock. They appear to be something that was essentially surgically.
You can roll sorcery. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know much about the Devamancy, but I can tell you this much. They make no sound because of the brands on themselves.
Yeah.
And they shoot fire out of the eyes, the more sounds they would make and the more sounds the
5s.
victims would make.
Oh, wait, no, 7s. Sorry, no, this is 1s. All right, so 5s are my highest.
No, it's a direct correlation.
Well, yes,
It's
and
about the most-
the way that they hunt. See, when they went after the scientists, I charged in as quickly as I could, but I saw how they struck first. They used the brand to silence their captives, and as their captives screamed, they were empowered by it, and they shot stronger fire because of it. So,
you basically with sorcery see that the reasons that the marks were different is that these are perfect. The only time you've seen sorcery like this is on the ice road that you saw in the original Nagalisitu charge. It has all sorts of grace marks and subtle striations in the runic mark that make it an absolute, 510 sound capturing device. And they're basically branding these ruins onto themselves so that all sound they make gets converted into this. And then they brand it on their victims and then eat them alive so as to turn their screams and thrashing into additional energy that they can then use to cook and harry more prey. So they use the screams of the dying to fuel themselves to hunt more things and kill them.
Yeah.
Well, what I was concerned with was like the implants. Like those are essentially basically surgically grafted on, or I mean, quote unquote surgically added on, but like they're not born like that, right?
No.
Okay. So
actually, it's not quite chemical. This is the forbidden graft of magic. It is a atomic fire that is jumping out of their eyes. It's short bursts, but it is decaying energy. So
that explains the tumors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're doing this to themselves.
Yeah. But they're also not starving. They're
Yeah.
also not dying of secondary infections. They're also weirdly gray and pallid and skinny, though shorter. You've seen bodies like this before.
Like the original sorcerers?
Yes.
So these are really old. Like, okay. Are there any variations in any of the dead bodies? Like in terms of like age that we can tell? Are they all...
Some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller.
Okay.
The stones seem of different shapes.
Okay.
They all have a ruin carved on it, but
the metal, is that super old and rusted or whatever?
The metal is quite old, yes.
Okay. Does it look like essentially salvage bits of clap spears or something like that, or like something they purposely made?
It looks like an instrument that was made specifically for that purpose, to brand this sort of symbol.
So they have metal working.
Yeah.
Although with the constant heating and cooling down, especially if it's at an atomic level, God, that must work.
We could create a magic Geiger counter. Like, and
What's
just
that?
Well, I mean, we could find, now that we know it's atomic fire, the forbidden thing, we can make it some sort of magic thing.
Geiger counters do absorb radiation and react, so you could sort of find a way to absorb atomic radiation and then have something react to the point where the harder it reacts,
Yeah,
you could see how it freaks out.
Well, I want to make something that senses it so we can find out.
Yeah, in the direction it's radiation, like
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just make a magic sensor that will take us there, and then
you don't know what Chernobyl is, but like,
yeah,
you're not thrilled to be camped here for the night.
Yeah, that's
There's
fair.
some shit flying around in the air.
So that leads to the,
Is this going to be
I'll be-
enough that for these people,
Yeah.
or do we need to keep journeying into the heart of atomic darkness?
Is this crusade like we have to annihilate this species, or is it, hey,
That might be
behold
the second
demons?
crusade.
Well, you haven't shown anyone else in the camp you're captive yet.
All right, yeah, we'll go in the camp, secure the camp, get everybody like.
Who are you
How many-
consulting?
How many
on?
casualties did we take in the camp? Like,
The camp was very well secured. The casual.
was that my tactics roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you beat them
It was the geologist.
They
who
rolled
took the brunt.
sixes on their attacks. They rolled trip sixes, and you rolled tripped nines.
Yeah.
And then you also rolled nines for your defense, so it would have gobbled their sixes. So they didn't see you coming in.
Yeah,
But they did beat your fives to see them. So they didn't see you, but you didn't see them. But yeah, they couldn't get anyone in camp. You were too well defended. But yeah, the sinkhole dig site. Total wipe.
Yep.
Everyone dead.
Yeah.
We're not ready for what was coming for them.
Collect the leather thongs of all the men to add them.
The men are not super pleased. The scientists are terrified and also kind of curious.
yeah.
The dew is doing what they can to calm people. The knight wants to go home. Like, fuck this. We got that thing. That is the basic political scheme you've got figured out. So
Bring
So we
Sylvia.
proved that evil exists. and
Bring
guys
Sylvia,
need
the
religion.
number 2 do, and the lowest tiered knight.
I mean, yeah, this
want the
actually will-
least
Yeah.
fucking entitled asshole. From
We
the
take all the
knight.
bodies back.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, we're definitely doing that.
Yeah.
We take all the bodies back.
Aaron's got his head. I've got
And
my
that-
head. We've got a live one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and yeah, we also
And plus,
have-
there's the ones we killed around the
yeah,
camp.
we can
got
put them on.
tons of
Yeah, we
corpses.
do that.
Well, maybe not tons, but we got a few.
So, well, organic decay is what kind of energy would that be? Chemical, I guess.
Yeah.
So, if we wanted to slow the decay of the corpses,
Yeah, Aaron.
what would we convert that?
Magic time. Do we know?
Yeah,
Well, for that,
we need these.
to have. To preserve.
I would think, yeah, either that would be a chemical reaction too for entropy, or for what we need to do for the elasticity, basically keeping it, I guess, fresher to the point of doing that.
roll sorcery.
Okay.
Would it not possibly be thermal?
Okay, depending on that, but also that would also
Atomic fire.
considering also external forces too.
Well, I'm thinking
The best-
bleed the thermal out. Basically, put the corpse on ice.
Well,
Gotcha.
external forces right now. With this, I'm going
that
to have
makes
4
sense.
10s.
Fucking hell.
You did it absolutely perfectly. You are absolutely certain you did it perfectly. The entropy is not bleeding into anything because there is no entropy.
These bodies don't decay.
They're not decaying. They're just dead.
Holy shit! Like nothing. The bacteria that normally breaks down corpses the instant they die.
Nothing.
That's not happening.
How
Nope.
are they surviving too? They should have gut flora or something. That should be eating them alive.
they're magivores.
Oh, good God!
You realize that whatever preserves the elders
Yeah.
would have to stop basic cell decay. It would have to stop disease. It would have to stop dying of hunger.
So even if this isn't Carmen's offspring,
It's 100%.
Whatever it is, it's completely 100% immortal until you chop it into pieces.
So we have to, yeah. So this actually would be enough to cause the religion because, like, now we
Yeah.
can prove
You,
that there's an evil external force that you. And
here's your crusade.
yeah. Yeah. Let's go back.
So who are you consulting about this?
Sylvia,
We'll
like I
go
said,
to Sylvia first.
Sylvia, like another due apostate or apostle, friggin'.
Oh my God! What was that?
They-
Tween, are you okay?
I'm fine. We're fine.
Oh, thank God! She, embraces him. Yeah.
Oh.
But we have a serious
Where's
problem.
Humrus? We want her too.
Steviers are like surrounding you,
Yeah.
pointing rapiers into the dark.
We're counting
Not
on the other
settled down.
motherfuckers swinging in silently, were you assholes? You ever think of trying to be silent when you did that?
I did not even laugh. How does one swing and not laugh?
Oh, Stabiers never change.
Stabiers in the darkness.
God, I love those bastards.
So yeah, she's very glad you're not dead.
So that's that. Yeah, we're explaining this. We have a serious issue with these creatures. It seems that whoever spawned these,
However they came to.
that's like basically imbue them as completely magical sustaining creatures, that they don't decay, they don't function as normal biological creatures do, and they will just keep coming in. It's like as it's set to just kill at anything that seems to cross their territory. This is the point of what we need to stop to create the bulwark.
Yes, yes, certainly. We should go back to and recover these beasts, and then assistant researcher Hamras comes in. No, we're in crisis.
Speak, girl. Speak.
Dean. So you see, the average size of the creature is roughly equivalent to that of a slug chimp. You're aware of slug chimps, correct?
Not even the legs.
Sure.
Yes. So you take my friend, he did a natural study on the effects on a slug chimp, which is remarkably long lived on account of it, reproduces asexually, and sort of divides itself. But they still do have basic mortality rates, understand. So she brings out a scroll that has a graph, like slug chimp mortality over time due to natural causes, and she's like explaining, it could be, falling from trees or various poisonings and whatnot, but there are, it's very deadly out here in the jungle, as I've learned. It's terrifying. So you obviously see the danger.
They're just gonna overbreed and swarm us.
Well, if these things do not decay like you say, their numbers would have only gone down if they're immortal, correct?
Yeah.
There were hundreds. They're making more of themselves. However they're doing that, if oh my god, if the barrier decay theory is correct, by the time the magical forces couldn't hold them back, they would overrun Nagalisitu it would be nightmarish. It'd be like pincer ants. They would tear through the cities.
And so you see, the seer provided for us to come here to warn you of this.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
Yeah. Miracle.
Maybe there is something to this. You see outside, Father Barbados. All is lost. Abandon this blasphemous course.
I said
Flee! Flee! The sun has abandoned this place.
Father Barbados. Father Barbados.
I thought he'd be drunk enough.
Oh, he's very drunk.
Damn it, he's a
Three
loud
priests to
bird.
hit him.
Yeah.
Tweener, allow me. Father, question. Does this fist smell like chloroform to you?
What's chloroform?
Yeah. Anyway,
Are you just beating him into silence?
pretty much.
All right.
I'm just
Got
gonna
a glass, Josh.
We're having a little reformation right here.
Actually,
hand on the mouth. Just
Yeah, many of the night are terrified at that. Many are praying.
Yeah.
Others are much like Father Barbados. It was a lie. We used to get money from you. What is happening? The devils aren't supposed to be real. Like they're just terrifyingly losing their shit.
All right.
What are the doing?
Also freaking out as best they can. Many are helping them, but many are also still.
Shell shock.
They just got attacked by nightmare, fire-breathing child death baboons that they're not psyched about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll actually go to Sylvia.
Yeah, yes.
I know you don't see yourself as much of a leader, but that's and you have that person over there who keeps basically
Landon,
that's like
I'm going to
telling
ask
you that your
something
position is
that may
that
sound a little
and that you're unworthy.
strange.
You've always been the most
Or
worthy in wanting to help.
rude.
You need to tell them that that this is not a lost cause.
I think we're going to need to check these things for junk.
It's and I will
Figure
assist
out
you,
how do they make
but
more.
let's see. Actually, let's see
All
what
right, you
happens
can
more.
inspire her to give a rousing speech. I will give you plus 2 die for being her one life's true love.
Can I use my assisted beauty plus 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll give you an extra die
Alright.
for just being hot.
I got plus 3 on assisted beauty.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm giving you 3 extra die.
Because it's his advantage, Caleb. Let him use it.
4,
All right.
5, 6, and hope to God this
Sylvia
works.
just wants some eye candy,
So,
man.
which Stabier is playing the instrument? Which one is soliloquying?
Richie and Lou, of course.
Huh?
Richie and Lou.
2 8s.
All right, she will inspire the truth. The Stabiers, calm down, like, even love in the darkness. Yeah. Love! Yeah. Kratos cries a single tear.
While swinging a chandelier above him.
Boy.
Boy. So as the men you're ordering to beat Father Barbados into submission, all is lost! She stands forth.
We call this the Council of Trent. Boom!
You actually gave her the wrong muffin earlier. She begins to glow as she stands on a crate and says, the light of the sun reaches all, even the unworthy, and it is on them to do the duty and reflect that light into the darkest corners. We must strike this blight out from these noble people and teach them the true warmth of Seer. And the priests sort of rally, yay, and they're the only ones not nightmarishly terrified, so everyone's like, because they got the religious fervor, so they're like, yeah, let's keep doing this. Your men are just like, all right, we're 40% Seer, so we'll get along, and that drags along the 60% that are really disappointed that the naked child demons have no gold or anything on them that is worth this nightmarish hell. And so Sylvia holds them together through the night as I spend another bleary night staring into the darkness.
I kick Barbados one more time. I call this the Nicene Creed.
All right. So
call this the letter to shut up.
So the morning rises. Another, bleary, terrified morning in the jungle.
Yeah, we're marching back.
Are you going back?
Well, I mean, I feel like we've achieved our objective because.
Well, that's not what roused Sylvia.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we have to go
exterminate them.
Okay.
Like, make sure they don't overrun Nagalisitu. So first off, leech cats weren't supposed to be inside the barrier.
Yeah.
The barrier is weakening, so
okay.
The longer you let this go, if they can make more of themselves.
So we have to go and find them. All right,
atomic energy, wibbly wobbly, magic bullshit, fetching stick.
All right,
By the way,
can I
check for junk? Find out how do these things reproduce.
Well, since the
someone
eye,
who's a bit more of a scholar than me,
since the eye itself was something that was absorbing that energy, could I repurpose it to be able to detect it?
Atomic energy is in the air. It's bouncing around everywhere. You can get something to drain it. What is it going to make? Like, what energy are you going to turn it into?
That'll be sound energy, so going from nuclear to sound.
Yeah, you can just reverse the change. Yeah. And it's literally a Geiger counter. Yeah. What are you turning into a magic Geiger counter? Please make it a funny object.
Damn it. Yeah, Geiger muffin. Come on, we gotta do it.
Muffin is not the answer to everything.
10. It pops when it's near.
Yes. Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this.
All right.
Muffin-based magic is the best thing we come up with.
What other baking instruments we have on us?
Sorry. Okay.
You could do like a pinwheel and it just spins faster. Like, I don't know.
I'll do one. Yeah, we should have two anyway.
What is your object going to be?
Wait. Use the corpse of the one and just make it so that it'll clap its hands?
No.
All right.
No.
So 2 10s, 2 9s, 8 4s, 4 8s.
It will be the pinwheel. So
I'll keep the pinwheel.
Yeah. 2 10s. Yeah. Or 3 10s.
So you've got a pinwheel that spins faster, and then you've got a
screaming muffin.
Yeah, it doesn't make audio, but it turned into kinetic energy. So you're basically just put a clap on it, and so it becomes like a bike spoke. Mm-hmm. And yours just is the muffin tin go. And as you face it in the direction they fleed in, they go and spin faster. Yeah.
All right.
This is the best thing we've made so far.
Yeah.
Sirs.
Yes?
The prisoner's awake.
Okay.
Apparently has been for some time.
Okay. Let's put him in the Iron Man. Oh, wait, let's talk to it. And
won't do any good. It won't speak.
We don't know that.
It can't speak.
What has some method of communication? They're intelligent. They have worked metal objects, so they can communicate somehow. Did you have a sign language in these times? Like with hand gestures? No. And you didn't write.
What about the language of the elders, anyway?
Lore to figure out how they might communicate.
Yeah.
I'll try to assist.
Nothing.
Okay, I'll see. Sorry.
Let's see.
Are you going to go see it first?
Yeah, we're going to go see it.
Yeah. Well, they've had to remove it from the tent because the tent burned down.
Yeah.
And it's sort of writhing in a blackened area around its change. Its throat is just like as throat-splittingly open and screaming as you can see. Like, and it appears that that's all that throat does, except eat things. Just
okay.
But you don't hear anything. You don't even hear it as it writhes around. Like
we don't.
It's like someone turned the audio off as it's just sort of doing breakdance circles.
It's trying to build up a charge. It's building up a charge.
Yeah.
To set things on fire. So, show it a symbol. Carve a symbol of. Well, we had no vocabulary that we know.
Magic.
It had a language, but the overseer made sure to burn and destroy every written form of it as best as she could.
So I don't know that. So what about the language of sorcery?
It's an estimation at best. Maybe like certain words that would be translated.
You can translate like standard sorceress runes for basic symbols and see if it recognizes it.
Yeah.
All right. So hello.
See if we can get an alphabet.
Yeah.
Going.
Well, I'll just try hello in sorcery and see if it.
Well, there isn't one. It's basically like trying to communicate with the periodic table.
Okay.
But you can see if it recognizes different symbols.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that for base symbol. I'll do one for water.
All right, so that's going to be 3 8s.
All right, roll scrutinize.
Okay.
Anyone else, or just the ones that speak sorcery?
Any of you.
Nope. I don't have sort of scrutinize. I have eerie.
Can we?
Hello, eerie.
Okay,
it was pretty fucked up.
All right.
3 4s, 2 8s,
and nothing in eerie, unfortunately.
Any symbol you put in front of it doesn't recognize. Okay. No sign of recognition. Has no idea what it fucking means.
Okay. So
do you put its own symbols in front of it?
I'll start making one without finishing it. See if it.
Are you doing the sound symbol or the fire symbol?
Sound.
So it sort of shrieks, seemingly louder at it. You notice some recognition.
Okay. So it does recognize its own language or its own symbols. Wait, when the sound, was that fire to sound or sound to fire?
It's sound to fire.
Sound to fire. Okay, I'll do fire to sound, and then I'll
blank.
Okay.
No concept of it.
Okay.
One of his thing is it doesn't really understand what sorcery it's using.
Okay.
It knows the symbol and what it at least
highly specialized. I wonder if there's some sort of caste society where this is just like the equivalent of a worker bee or a soldier bee, versus some sort of leader who's the one crafting and forging things back at the base.
Well, you know what direction to march in.
Yeah, we know what direction to march in. I don't suppose there's any sort. Yeah, we could. Is there any way? Boy, that would be really complicated to turn like thoughts into like holograms we could look at.
That's like old school Nagalisitu type.
That's a bit beyond me.
Yeah, that's beyond us. Okay.
I think that sounds a lot like brain fuckling.
Yeah. And that's a little too much chemical energy to really fuck with, or a little too complex. We could just put the iron mask on and take it with us and hope it doesn't escape.
Yeah.
Well, or there's another option.
Because it is going to eventually build up enough sound to light it fire again. So...
Well, like I said, we know most of these are coming through the Geiger, Pinwheel, and Muffin.
Okay, what happens if the rune in the eye is destroyed?
I mean, we could find out. I mean, that it's probably not going to kill it, but it's going to hurt it. I mean, maybe. It might kill it. It might cause it to explode or do something really nasty to it.
Yeah, and that's a chance I'd rather not take.
If we do it, let's not do it in camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we take one of the stuff? We have a bunch of these eye stones. Why don't we take one of the ones from a dead one and just try and destroy it from a distance?
Good idea.
All right, just like.
In the meantime, I will deal with this one.
Well, don't kill it yet. Just
don't worry. I'm not going to kill it.
Don't. Let's find out what it does to a dead one first before we. Let's do this sequentially. So we'll take out a dead, the head of a dead one. Take it out away from camp. And then I guess just shoot a crossbow at it and try and destroy it. I mean, how?
Yeah, I mean, the men are psyched to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Many of them have already done it.
Oh, you've already destroyed the eye rocks?
Well, I mean, they were using them for crossbow practice.
Okay, so nothing happened.
Yeah, no, nothing has happened.
Okay.
They did remove it. You can see with sorcery that there is sort of a kinetic weave on it, but it's not much of a transfer. It's like a minimal transfer. It's basically what you would a magical trigger. Basically blink a certain way to set this thing off, like some sort of pressure around it
to be able to activate the other portions of V for fire. Okay, so nothing.
Okay. Interesting. So, all right. Well, if that's it, if it's not booby trapped or anything, I'm guessing it's permanently in its eye now, and there's some sort of magic keeping it from, having toxic rejection or anything like that, having a fucking rock in its head. So I'm guessing you take it out, it's just going to really hurt it and possibly kill it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to do anything else. So yeah, let's
we'll disarm it. We'll keep it from doing more of the eye nuclear whatever thing.
Well, if we just keep it in the iron mask, all it's going to do is blowtorch its own head off. Because it's not immune to fire. It's just the fire's directed away from it. It's like using a flamethrower being a firefighter.
So are you marching?
Yeah, we're marching.
Towards the...
Yeah.
All right.
And the captive's in the iron mask.
Yeah. So as you're marching, everyone is very scared. Everyone's terrified. You're moving slowly. Sylvia asked to see you.
Me?
And everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe that in order to do what you think we should do here, we need to change the way we're marching.
Okay. How?
What do you suggest?
We need to be bolder, less afraid of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be
a military march?
More than that. The march of the sun over the horizon. Glorious, unstoppable.
Okay.
We should charge ahead and feel Seer pushing behind us with his glorious rays.
Can I tell from my pinwheel how? Well, I guess we don't know how strong the signal is going to be.
Oh, it's getting stronger.
Okay.
Like as you go back, your pinwheel's it's spinning up. Yeah,
it's a lot of RPMs. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do you want to inspire the men, Scar?
Yeah.
Well, I think also you can do the military things, and I think you should definitely protect the poor people who live here. But I think we should take the lead.
All right.
Which we?
The church. I mean, that's why we're here. I've been doing the best I can to calm the archaeologists, but they're very scared. They have no idea what this thing is. They tell me that dozens of expeditions have been wiped out, every last man and woman, and they're certain it's them. We need to show them something to keep them going forward, or they'll desert into the woods, and then we'll lose them all.
Okay,
but I think I should be at the front with the banners and
can
the
you wear
symbols
some
of Seer.
armor at least?
Sylvia, I'm a man of faith. Not yours, but I am a man of faith. And I also have a bronze-laden wooden shield and a 4.5 foot long sword because the world is mean and nasty.
No. But
if sure you wish to march forward with no pickets out
we
in
will
front?
Fight,
no.
But we will fight with the tools of Seer and with our faith and with our bravery. Yes.
If that's what you wish, I'm not going to stop it, but I'm not entirely comfortable with not having at least a picket out in front.
You can come with us, but we should march as a vanguard quickly ahead.
Wait, can we turn atomic energy into gravitational energy? So or like a trap that if something nuclear nearby.
You have the gravity
How many
lance.
gravity guns do we need?
No. Like we put this on like a necklace on her or whatever with a
I'm
symbol.
already
And then, like, if one of those creatures attacks her, it just floats away.
No, well,
Converting the atomic energy.
my question, if it was this, because it's the sound one, I can actually take that beast because it's a perfect one for capturing sound and see if we can basically carve something on the back to see if we can channel it to gravitational so it pushes away. And it's the harder that she sings,
Well, I mean,
the hymns of that's like the hymns.
but that's
of,
not enough to move. She's basically saying this.
Yeah.
Everyone's terrified and we're getting ready
You need
to
an
bolt.
example. Yeah.
So you need a Joan of Arc. You need someone to, I don't give a fuck, march in front of this army and
Okay. But
fuck what we find there, charge in and kill it.
the four of us are also heroes of prophecy, so we should be like right behind you.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
fine.
I'm next to you.
But I don't think the church can be in the train. I think it needs to lead here.
Yeah.
Grand meat shield. Do we not?
Yeah. No, then farther Barbados should
Yes.
be right behind us. He needs to lead too. But yeah. No, I like this plan.
Okay.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yes, we will put Father Barbados in his palanquin, and we will make sure to carry
Oh
him.
no! I believe most faiths have what is the correct term? Penance. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, ye of little
Must-
faith. Yeah.
Yes, there must be. Surely, after last night's showing, he should very much walk with no shoes.
So, would it be possible for you to
And carry the sun
convert one of that's like at least the eyes, and with the sound one, and see if we can reconvert that?
It's a
No,
little
it's already
soft.
sucking up audio energy from
Are you certain
all
that
sorts
you
of
won't break
sources.
run?
It is very attached to kinetic.
But
to
their
energy
output
transfer.
is atomic
So-
energy, so we have to turn that into
Well,
something
yeah,
else.
But you can't reverse it, basically.
Well, no, not reverse it, just convert it and
No,
skew it.
it's done. It's also carved in stone. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I do
in fact,
disagree with
and Sylvia is worried about you. She's
Yeah.
doing all right. I'm sorry. I feel called to this. Like I felt called to you. This is beyond us now, dear.
All right. You just got to defend her.
Okay.
So
Don't worry,
you're
I'll
you're all
throw
inching
in front of
forward.
her the first
Your
time
men
you
are like
attack.
hacking and then looking at the sea as the sound of your little. Everyone is in dead silence, just listening to the sound of your little thing. And Sylvia just sort of grabs up the sun banner of Seer and just goes charging ahead. At which point the Stabiers go, "For God and
she
Newt!"
got those
And
guys.
charge ahead.
I'm charging too.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
believe a woman who spent her whole life in a palace and a monastery could keep that pace up for long.
You have no idea.
So you go charging ahead through this stone
Entendre.
as you
Sorry.
and you hear the popping, and then she starts singing a hymn, and then members of the Night and the Dew start singing a hymn too, and everyone else is trying to hum along, even though they don't know the words. And you're just stupid ass bowling through this fucking jungle, just screaming hymns and shouting until you burst through a clearing, and you see in front of you this psychotic array of bizarre pyramids, half decayed stoneworks, obsidian profane towers that you recognize from before, and these dark tunnels leading under the ground. And it's just this odd, it's not nearly as big as the city that you saw upon first visiting Nagalisitu, but it's disgustingly made. It's covered in bones and dead bodies and
Is there
creatures
one
everywhere.
that's Maybe got some sort of implementation or ornamentation that makes it look more. important than
The
others?
exterior
You can see.
is. It appears that the buildings have specialized purposes. You see these arcane symbols on these bizarre obsidian antennae reaching off from them from insane angles, but everything is overrun with vines and unkempt. And you sort of reach the clearing,
All right. I'm
and
good.
just silence.
Hold on. Engineering to figure out where the best place to point the sonic cannon at one of the pyramids to collapse.
Yeah, the grav
Or
cannon.
the gravity cannon.
Yep, it's time to collapse.
So 8s, because I have the master die. So, and then point like shoot it there.
You could probably see into the exterior and do something like that, but these things were built to last millennia.
Okay.
So it's going to be difficult to do from the outside.
Oh, so you have to get in the interior.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's also apparently a large subterranean area because you see these sort of things that look. It looks like massive entrances into cellars.
Okay.
You don't know what a subway tunnel looks like, but it's very like an entrance to a subway tunnel. It's overgrown and sort of decayed in these flagstones. But as you enter into the dead silence, you just see little puffs of flames coming out from the dark holes inside the pyramids, and then they just come swarming out.
All right, so maybe just use
Archers!
And then Sylvia just screams and goes charging across the field.
All right.
Rematch, bitches!
So this is not individual battle. You can give yourselves bonuses, but this is the hunting pack versus just fucking swarming army of these things.
All
that
right.
are coming
Grab
writhing out of
cannon,
the
it
holes.
comes into play. Naked Justice, do your thing.
So everyone
This is a single bolt.
everyone
Yours.
declare what you're doing to you're going to have to put yourself in danger to help with the battle. So this will be you in an individual sort of attack, and your success can either entirely contribute extra dice towards the company, or you could split your action towards doing something and helping the company. But what are you doing? Yeah.
Okay. One of us should be Sylvia's bodyguard to protect her.
So you are attacking. So that is going to be.
Well, that's what in general strategy. Like, what I am going to do is focus on engineering to figure out and try and collapse those subway entrances, those tunnel entrances. I could
using the sorceress.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll get an additional 2 wit for whatever your sorcery roll is on that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to try and collapse the subway entrances. What are you doing?
If you're going to collapse that, then do you want me to focus on either?
I would focus on use the gravity cannon on the swarm.
That's what I was thinking. So we're just going to completely that, and I have a +2 on that. So
on the width.
on the width for whatever I get for that sorcery. And
All right. What do you got?
I'm protecting the princess.
Okay. So you're going to be parrying for her.
Yes.
All right.
And also trying to take a couple of these little fuckers down with me because payback.
Yeah. There's going to be plenty of them. Yeah.
Tactics to actually command the army.
Yeah. Roll tactics then. We'll do that first.
Nope, whiffed. Fuck.
They're a little too keyed up by the religious war to go in. That's week good night. So, what are you?
Can I use unconventional strategy to negate their tactical advantage, the enemy's tactical advantage?
That means they can't roll tactics.
They can't roll tactics.
Yeah.
Are they rolling tactics? All right.
They can.
Okay. Do you want me to do that instead?
Nah, do what
Okay.
you're doing. Like,
Okay, yeah.
It
I'll collapse
appears
them.
it's a swarm technique.
Yeah.
No, it's a passive ability.
Okay, yeah.
With unconventional tactics,
Yeah.
they
All right.
didn't expect you to just haul ass out of the woods and
All right.
try and murder.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, so wait, they can't roll tactics either?
Yeah.
So-
They're not.
Yeah.
It's just a street fight.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we're going to roll you guys first, and then you'll roll for the army. So
Yeah.
that'll determine how many extra dice you have. So,
Okay.
What are you rolling to protect
Sylvia.
Right.
Sylvia? All right. Are you splitting your actions and just parrying for her and you, or
Parrying for her and me.
okay? So they're going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Initially, they will roll 10. You guys did say you were in the vanguard.
Yeah.
You are going to be at the, clashing point.
She does have the stabby A's.
All the Stabiers are in there too, but
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
Trip 10s, trip 7s, para 1s.
You defeat. They all come and you cleave through them before they get to her, as she goes, baffing the jagged sun rays of Seer's depiction into them, just cleaving in them in psychotic rage. So she is protected on her flanks by using the Stabiers, or just.
They lack finesse.
So that's an extra die. What do you have?
Gravity cannon and the horde. So
Gravity cannon the horde, all right? That means, what are you gravity cannoning the subways with then?
Sonic cannon?
Well, we have the electrical bolt, too. I could try and find a weak spot. And,
Ooh, no. Go for the sonic cannon because obsidian shatters real easy.
Okay, so why don't we switch? You use the electrical, you try and amp up the electrical bolt, and I'll use...
well, he already has the bolt right now. It's ready to go. It's just when he uses it.
Yeah. Can I use sorcery to make up something real destructive real quick?
Well, that'd be your action.
Okay. So I wouldn't have time to... Well,
Yeah.
we'll just engineering to find a weak spot and then get some men to, cave the tunnel entrance in.
Yeah, engineering, that would be
Yeah.
directing troops, that's
Yeah.
fine. And you're going to use the sonic cannon on
the horde. So
the horde? Okay.
Just reduce
Well,
their
the
number.
gravity cannon will just
Hold
Yeah,
F to
gravity
destroy thing. So that's... Oh, wow.
Good, much done.
And I have a
I'll
master
wait till
die in
he's done, so.
engineering.
Oh, I didn't roll that die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, you're getting attacked.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing it real fast.
Well, I mean, that's good. So, what do you got?
5 tens.
5 2.
It's like, there's just it's all held up by this
So
one rock.
there are these scrabbling, burning-eyed monkey things jumping over. You're like, there, over, that one. They're just like jumping around you. So yeah, you managed not to take damage with 5 tens. All right, and you are.
Gravity cannon. So let's.
Are you parrying, or are you doing?
No, we're just going in full.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
In a way, he is parrying. Anything that steps in front of the gravity cannon is going to get projected into whatever's behind it.
All right, and switching that over to a 9 with my 2 width on that beforehand, that's going to be 5 9s. Actually, no, 5 9s.
MLG.
I'm just
Damn, they
kidding.
fucking suck.
John
So 5 9s.
5 9s.
That's gonna fuck up their set. So they basically, you get in there and you basically get in front of Sylvia, they all just go. They basically lift up and then it's like they fell off a cliff horizontally. They all just go tumbling. They where they hit rises in the ground. They baff off of it like they baffed off a cliff. You see the a cone of them go splattering against the pyramid. But now it's not Vanguard anymore. It is troop on troop. So you have 3 additional die to roll with might plus treasure.
Okay. So that's 8 dice.
Who's rolling it?
So we have might 2, treasury 3, and then plus 3. So that's 8 total.
Yep.
So I guess I'll roll. Nobody else wants. Nobody else wants.
Take the responsibility.
Yep.
So how many?
I have been rolling like ass.
Yeah. I'm rolling 8 dice.
All right, they are rolling 7.
Let's see. Here.
Yes.
Oh, that's
9s.
good.
3 9s.
Damn. All right, so you cut into each other. So the flames are burning. Like the whole field's fucking on fire now. Somewhere your little rolly pin is just freaking out on the ground. And it's just full blown hack. Like the shield wall's gone. It's just everyone's just fucking go nuts. The fucking Likaken guys are out there like trying to hop on the ones that are injured. Like everyone is just, people are hitting them with books. It's just desperate. And
Use the appendix. It has the thicker cover.
it's pushing them back. Like they're not used to being confronted at their house. And they're not used to, so they lose a die. Like you fucked up their set and you're still fighting. So the battle's still raging. The field's on fire. There's fucking smoke everywhere. Arrows are just kind of all over the place. Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. Keep the
All right.
fight up. Yeah.
So
If you put your own ass on the line, you can add a dice.
Okay.
But you're still rolling the same thing. You haven't lost a die yet.
Okay. Are there any other tunnels to collapse?
You're getting closer. Yeah.
Okay. So could I do the
It's
same
sort
thing?
of like there's a mound of rubble, but it sort of looks like 4 pyramids, not exactly symmetrical, but in a sort of like a courtyard with various areas underneath it and dark tunnels. Yeah.
So could I try and collapse another tunnel entrance, or?
Yeah, you can.
All right, I'll do that. So.
Well, actually, they know where they're going now. You just directed them. You could fight with them to the tunnel entrance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just fight then.
Yeah.
So.
I still had one. I believe I still had one of the charges from the quicksand that we never used. So
yeah, you can do the trap.
I'm going to try to do one of the traps.
You have additional 2 width on your chemical trap.
Okay.
I'm going to keep protecting the queen.
All right. Double parry. All right.
You could fire the electrical.
Yeah, I was going to fire the electrical bolt, kind of like,
Thin the herd.
And since that,
Stormbreaker. And,
yeah, it's like
Infinity
since that,
War,
yeah,
like,
since
just
that has a
straight
2
through.
width on there, would that kind of have an arc effect on it?
You don't know. It's not. You haven't done this one before.
So it's a test.
Yeah.
It's either going to really electrify one or a lot.
yeah.
Or nothing. Yeah.
All right. So everyone's going to be rolling 10 die. They're not super organized
But there's a lot.
against you. So you can split your action if you want, like one for the crew, one for me. If you want to do parries and dodges, but that they're all going to be rolling 10 dice against you. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to split my actions then between attack and defense.
all right. Yeah.
Who are you?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll
sorry,
be since 3 first, so it's going to be against David.
Okay.
What do you got, David?
3 6s.
Six.
Yeah, 3 6s, 2 1s, 2 5s.
All right. Well, the 8s get through and knock 1 off your 6s. They're knock 2 off your 6s. Is that towards you or towards Sylvia?
That one will be towards me.
All right. And then what are the other ones you have?
2 5s and 2 1s.
Well, the 7s will beat that too. So Sylvia will also take a hit. So Sylvia is damaged.
Did the Statiers protect her?
The Stabiers are fucking busy. Like Kratos is all flame and gray flat. He's like rending them asunder with his hands at this point. It is bad. It is pretty bad. So Sylvia's hit. She's not down, but you're gonna take 3 killing, and I'll let you pick because actually no, it's 7s. That's the hit. So yeah 7s.
So that's 3 to the torso?
Yep.
Oh wait, this is just is this still fire damage or is it combat damage?
You don't have time to tell.
Well, I mean, like, would his armor apply?
What armor?
He doesn't have
He
armor.
doesn't have armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who's since 2?
We all are.
All right. So I'll go against Dwemer first for quicksand.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I took 2 dice.
With the extra master dice on this point, that's going to be 6 10s.
Oh, thank God.
You are a fucking lucky son of a bitch. They had 5 5s.
Holy shit!
So they were just
Oh.
just barreling towards you, and then they just sort of.
Yeah, part of my sweat's pouring down my face as I'm just.
The ground just becomes slurry, and they just face plant into it, and then
bring it up and just sinks in.
Hound's Pack guys are just like just stabbing like crazy down into the muck. It's now both muddy and covered in fire, which is super great. Anyway,
I'm just fighting to get to the next
fighting
tunnel.
towards the front line.
Feels good to be motherfucking Merlin of this world.
I have a lot of sets, but none of them are super good.
All right, what do you got?
3 1s, 2 5s, 2 2s.
All right, 3 1s. That's going to go off at the same time.
Yeah, I get that could be my parry.
All right, you want that to be parry?
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got?
2 5s.
2 5s. That'll
To attack.
To attack. All right. Well, they will attack as well, so you'll take 2 5s of damage.
Okay.
But
I am wearing.
they go
armor.
off at exactly the same time. That's good.
Yeah.
The 8s, however, will also ruin your set unless you have another set.
I do have another set.
What do you
2
have?
3s.
All right. So you're going to take 2 killing to 5, 2 killing to 8.
2 killing to 5. Oops. Okay.
But you have enough sets that, you do get the hunting pack called forward.
Yeah, so next time I can...
Yeah. So you managed to hack. So far we're 2 extra dice. Sylvia got hit. That's not great for morale, but you did your best. And
wait, yeah.
Taser bolt.
Yep.
Come on. Naked justice.
All right. So that'll be 4 8s with the +2 for the bolt, and then 2 6s.
All right, what do I got? Yeah, my armor stops 1 of each.
Did you split actions?
I did.
All right.
Between what?
Between the shot and parrying.
All right. Well, the 10s go off. What do you want to fail? The shot or the parry?
With 10s?
You have a helmet. That's going to give you armor.
Yeah, I do have the helmet. Yeah, I guess I'll fail the parry.
All right. One of them's on your helmet.
Yeah.
Just digging into you. That's not their voice. That's the sound of their teeth against the metal.
Yeah.
But that attack will hit, and then what's your 8s will go off.
Yeah, 4 8s.
And beat the 5s. So a big-ass ballista bolt out of Naked Justice goes shooting out. It goes through about 2 or 3 of them, and then sort of arcs out, zapping the other ones. It was acoustic into electric, so it wasn't super loud. But you did it does actually no, it was the Running Man kind of thing on their boots. But it tases them, like they're stunned, and when they're stunned, one of your guys comes up and axes him and moves on to the next. So you're at 3 additional dice, and now they're rolling 6.
You would only take 2 shock damage, or actually your iron. How much damage did you take? Just 2.
2 killing to the head.
You actually wouldn't take any. Iron Cap would stop both of it. So
Nice. All right. Yeah. The bonus of being armored against horrible alien monsters.
All right. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Let's see here. 3 5s. So let's see here. 2, 3, 7, 6, 9. Yeah. So 3 5s.
3 5s. That ruins their set, and fucks 2 dice off of their list. They're starting to run away.
Okay.
Do you want to allow that, or is this
is
holy war?
This is holy war. This is very.
All right, you could keep going and just burn it to the ground. What are you all doing on this round?
Now I'm going to collapse the tunnel entrance.
Yeah.
So
I still have the eye in one of the knife trowels, don't I? From one of the corpses that I scavenged.
I mean, you've got one of the eyes, yeah.
Okay.
You could use sorcery. You know what? They basically just squeeze it.
Okay. So.
And they're all screaming very loudly. Like, you can just basically hand flame throw it and try and get them back. All right, you can do sorcery to attack. Parrying again.
Yes.
All right, and Naked Justice is
it's
unloaded.
down. No, I've drawn my sword. I'm leading.
You can inspire, or you can just attack. It's up to you.
Oh yeah. No, I think I'll inspire. Yeah, I'll do the leader job.
All right, so 3. You're rolling against. Again, there's still 10 of them. There's shit tons of little bastards.
I hope that's enough. So I got 3 8s, 2 1s.
2 2s. There's a 2, right?
Oh yeah, 3 8s, 2 1s, 2 2s.
All right. They got 3 8s.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 9s are better. So what do you want to fail, you or her?
8 is torso, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Only 7 through 9 is torso. How many do you have on your torso?
I got 3 left.
Okay.
And 3 stun. So does stun get turned into killing first, or
It would get turned into killing first,
okay?
and leftover will go to your head.
Okay, so I can take a solid hit. So I'll take 1 more hit.
All right. You take 2 killing to the chest. As they're clawing and scrabbling at you, you're basically using your body as a shield. As Sylvia is sort of trying to beat them off of you, but your 8s manage to basically parry any attacks against her. The Stabiers are allowing a very big, accomplished one on man to do this in a nightmarish melee. But some of them are down, like you're missing Stabia. It's just smoke and chaos now. But yeah, that'll do it to Dice. She is still, the banner is still up. She's still fighting. What are you doing?
Inspiring.
All right, what are you saying to your men as they are surrounded by? Most of their conception,
quiet fight.
Yeah,
these
they're
things
fighting.
aren't shrieking. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's not quiet in that you only hear your screams,
right?
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of like tens of thousands of things, like this should be a lot louder. Just brought great sword over the head and just Heil Pac-Man to me. Run them down, no mercy!
We fight on the side of God!
Pretty much.
And I did split that. So, pair of 9s, pair of 2s.
All right. Their 9s go off. So you hit each other.
Okay.
And they got nothing to stop your 2s.
Okay.
So you take 2 to the chest.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to make that 3. It's fire.
So you take 1 killing to the chest.
Yeah, and you're
Wait,
getting.
are you wearing metal or leather armor? I imagine it was a metal helmet, but
yeah.
like, is it also like you're in the jungle? Right?
Well, it's still atomic fire, so
yeah,
you take at least some killing.
Yeah, no, I'll take.
But
that,
you're screaming as you're on fire and hacking, and the men are like, to Scarl, like to the dean.
I hate that term.
He hates them. He hates them.
He calls them the term.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
The weak point right on that tunnel. Go and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get that weak spot.
are you splitting your action too?
Nope. Full engineering.
Full engineering.
I want that master die, man. Let's see here. Not quite as good. Width is probably better. So I will have 3 7s.
All right. Take 3 killing to the chest.
Okay.
They're just scrabbling along the walls down there. Like, if you hadn't charged in with a bunch of dudes, like the first dudes that go in are just getting picked off. Like, they just become part of the morass.
Yeah.
But you're clawed, and basically you're all just mallets and spears and whatever you can, just attacking pillars and whatever's around it, and the whole thing starts to shake. So you both go off, you get injured, but as you recede, you lose a lot of men in there, but you manage to pull out, and it sort of caves in, and they stop pouring out of that one. All right, and what are you doing, Dreamer?
Directing the fire from the eye, and
all right, you're just sort of
just doing a flamethrower attack from it.
Fuck, I'll give you 2. Got plenty of those things lying around.
Oh God. So yeah, that's going to be with my master dice and those 2 5-10s.
Fuck me.
You shouldn't have given me that.
Well, I mean, they're only going to work. They're losing power as you speak.
That's true.
They're getting much quieter. All right, 5 10s will destroy all their sets as Dwemer basically just walks out and just dragon lances everything around it.
Dream to some, a nightmare to others.
All right. You have 9 dice now against their 4.
All right.
All right.
Let's see here.
I see 3s, so that's enough.
3
And 2 4s.
Yeah, 2 4s.
2 2s.
2 2s. Yeah, a lot of pairs. So yeah.
All right. That ruins their set.
Yep.
They only had 1s. You probably didn't get every single one of them because they go scattering into the jungle. But like you are cleaving through them. They are, running around confused. They don't even know where the front line is anymore. They're running into your lines. You're just hacking them to pieces as you try. And then eventually it is, you sort of, you see Sylvia running, waving it through the banners. These priests like hanging their guts out, like having banners. The screaming chants, and then you eventually get through the smoke, and you're just in the courtyard, surrounded by these temples, and it's just sort of quiet. You look behind you; it's nothing but like corpses, mounds and piles, and burning blue flames, and you're across the field.
Yay! So this was across the field. Is that? Did we push them out of the city now, or is there?
Yeah, you don't. No more coming out of the holes.
Okay.
You assume some got away, but it got bad. Members of the hunting pack are down. Yeah. Priests and Nagalisitu scholars are, wounded and corpses. And, all right. But there's a lot more of you alive than there should be for a charge against flamethrower gremlins.
That's fair.
They didn't see it coming, and they don't like fighting during the day. So
yeah, on open ground too.
Yeah.
So we need to go after we address the wound and everything. Go look for their forges and other instruments and like whatever we can, and just either take it or smash it. Like destroy their means of making those fucking implants.
Also find their means
and
of
loot the
making
shit
more
out of whatever we can. Like
because if we
there's
can
anything
figure out how they reproduce and we can stop it.
All right, so you will temporarily lose one from both might and treasure.
Yeah,
as y'all are sleepy.
Yeah.
That's temporary, though. You didn't take any big hits to lose anything permanently. I will allow you to roll influence plus sovereignty now.
Okay.
What information can your terrified scholars glean from this area?
Do you want me to roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. 8.
All right.
And 2s if that matters. Extra sets matter.
Nope, the 8s are pretty good. Yeah. You find what the archaeologists are calling aspirational hieroglyphics. Mm-hmm. So there's all sorts of markings on the wall. They cannot read them. They've seen remnants of it, but they have no means of translating it. But they are excited because they can translate this now. They can finally translate the old tongue, the tongue before recorded history. This is their Rosetta Stone. And there are also these depictions of these extremely skinny lithe figures that are sort of smiling in a sort of appealing or dapper way as they're being depicted on the wall, but is to be sort of the rictus of having your skin drawn back by whatever magic makes you immortal. And they are sort of nestling children that look very similar to them, infants. And there's sort of a history on the wall of, people that look very similar to you, turning into these large, deific creatures, mourning over what appear to be empty cribs and baskets. And then there is another one of, human-sized figures being fed towards something. It appears to be a down the holes of the pyramid area, and then sort of entering and then coming out anew as these sort of elder child things, and then families of a man and a woman elder, and then a smaller one.
So wait, human adults become the elder children?
Yes, it appears to be going deeper and deeper into the center of the underground caverns. So.
Okay. So that's how they reproduce. Maybe these are actually just left.
And you haven't gone all the way through the caverns yet. So there's an even further sub-level. So.
Okay. We clapped some of those entrances, but not all of them, obviously. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we could try and go further and figure out what the fuck's going on, because that's how they reproduce. This is like, maybe they don't kill everybody, they throw some in, they kidnap some of the people. Maybe these are former archaeologists, some of them are. Or these are just the leftover kids or neophyte sorcerers that were abandoned when the rebellion happened.
Could be either way.
Yeah, so I guess we need to
wipe them all out.
Well, we need to, the answers are below us.
All right. Are you going down there?
Yeah.
Because the archaeologists have enough to study for years up on the first level.
Yeah, no, I'm going down.
I'll attend him as soon as I make sure that Sylvia's resting and that she's okay.
All right. Yeah. Do you have your muffin tin?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And the pinwheel. Okay. Yeah. Take some magical torches and go down. And
All right. So you go down. You go into an area. It's sort of there is light coming from an antechamber off to the side, and you sort of see this as you're passing these hallways. You see these cracked metal tubes and cracked glass tubes, and this dried viscera all over the floor. You see dusty scrolls, torn to tatters in the corners, and these arcane magical devices. You have no idea what they mean, and you eventually go to what appears to be this huge antechamber, which all four corners of the pyramids lead towards, with these runic, basically circuits running through it, and to this pit. Off to the side, you see mounds of clothes and expeditionary gear. You basically see the evolutionary fashion of these archaeologists as you come through in this discarded mound in the corner, and then you see this writhing pool of goo, just this disgusting writhing pool of. It looks like.
Were there objects in it?
Uncooked beef, just sort of striating and sliding around itself. You can roll sorcery.
Yep. Let's see here. 6, 8, 9.
We need to kill it.
Well, we have to figure out how to kill beef thing. 10s. That's 3 10s. Yep, that's great.
Oh, this shouldn't work.
4 10s, 3 9s.
Oh, you have to show it up. Okay.
As far as you can tell, this is the transference of chemical energy into chemical energy
Okay, that's not.
with equal mass. That doesn't work. That's not how magic works. Magic doesn't do that. There's a bunch of different weird symbols you don't recognize in between it, but it's chemical to chemical.
Okay, so it's turning normal people into elder children, essentially. Okay, and that's not possible,
Yeah.
according to what we know.
You also notice a basically big basket next to it. That is, it's depleted now, but it is full of those little metal things that were in their hands.
Oh, okay, so they fashioned it as right after they pulled them out. They just stuck it on there, I guess.
You remember the child, the bastard infant, whose was such a blasphemous corruption of the result, it never stopped screaming. And then there is light coming from an antechamber off to the side.
Okay. I'll go check that out.
So you sort of look inside, and you sort of see high up, there's still some of them, but it is sort of a spherical room made with arcane symbols of that atomic fire. And it's sort of a floating sphere of something in the middle of it. You're not sure what it is, but occasionally the room just fire goes towards it and sort of lights the sphere up to where it sort of ripples. But there's rocks missing from all around where they were inlaid in the sphere. So you realize that they couldn't get kids right. They couldn't breed themselves, and they were sacrificing slaves until they could get kids right. And they did this for centuries until they gave up, to the point that when they were powering the ritual, they just knew the kids weren't going to turn out right, and they were just brute force magical sciencing it. Throw another slave in, get another freak, nasty magical child out, brand it so it stopped screaming at you, and the screams just sort of powered the atomic reactor that kept the whole thing going. And so they've just been eating things because they can't die. They have no intellect and they're insane. One of them at one point figured out if you jammed the part of the reactor into you, you could breathe fire. And so they just made up their own little society of silencing anyone that was new, popping a piece of the reactor in their eye, and then going out hunting for everything that they could eat. Leech cats, any flora and fauna they could find, any archaeologist expeditions they could find, which is
But they
what's
didn't
been.
kill all of them. They
They didn't kill all of them. They threw some of them into the
The pet tin created a
chemical to chemical pit.
Yeah. Okay. So if we destroy this, they'll never make more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hello.
So we
Fire
will
Eye.
figure out how to do that and do
You
that.
can just collapse the whole thing.
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't throw the fire on
The
it and
archaeologists
just
are
let it burn.
begging you not to. It's the most significant find ever. Like, we can speak the old tongue. We need to preserve this site.
Take your rubbings now. We're destroying what's underneath this building. It cannot be allowed to stand. It is a threat to you.
Yeah, the archaeologists are definitely in the minority here. Sylvia, through her burns and scratches, is like, burn it all!
Yeah.
The cleansing lights! And your soldiers are like, yeah, fuck this place.
Yeah.
No,
It's terrible.
we'll
There's
give
no
you-
treasure here at all.
We'll give you the day to get as much right now, but we have to take this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're gathering what they can as your bid are just like, that looks load bearing.
Hey, I'm
Can,
an
can
engineer.
I use the last eye to basically set it aflame?
I mean, everything is not stone. Yeah, you could set the big meat pit
That's
on
what I wanted
fire.
to do. That's just let
Oh,
it
yeah,
go.
it burns.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it doesn't scream. That's a small mercy.
I was expecting it.
Jesus. Yeah. No, we did the right thing. So check the other pyramids. Make sure they don't have any other similar setups.
They appear to be powering whatever that thing is at the bottom.
Oh, they're all support structures.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we destroy this one unique structure. These creatures will never exist anymore, or will never reproduce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Whew. And yeah, so I think that's going to be enough for them to change their society forever.
Yeah, so about a week's journey back.
Yeah.
You go a little slow this time. You're a little tuckered out.
We bring a lot of corpses back.
Oh, yeah, no. Sylvia insists on lashing them to things and parading them through the streets. So
she's going full Warhammer. Okay.
Well, the archaeologist, hell is real.
Yeah.
They found it and they killed it for you. Like, you march into she doesn't even, let you take lead. You marched basically to the Parliament debate and proved that evil is real and we saved you from it. Just, you've got the live one shooting fire out of its mask.
Oh yeah, not the whole by now.
The scholars are terrified because they're all irradiated now, and you're like, fuck it. Who isn't irradiated? And yeah, they're like, yes, no, we agree. There's not much debate. Yeah, no, you can stay.
Yeah.
Please protect us from those things.
Let
Tell us more about Seer. Sun God sounds great.
Yeah, that was a pretty good miracle there.
Yeah.
So
you went to hell and killed it.
Yay!
That's why rationalism can't be everything. So yeah, the priests will stay. You don't need a suicide cave.
Yeah.
They found hell and destroyed it. They are heroes of these people that don't know the word of Seer.
They got good booze.
I mean, even Father Barbados is sort of convinced because he didn't die during the onslaught.
You only got a couple of concussions.
Yeah.
Mostly from our beatings.
That is tore up feet.
Sylvia thinks about staying, but her duties to her husband, and she has to keep Newt from open revolution.
Yeah.
As they will come back, and so
also think about it. When we come back here in a few hundred years for their time, they're going to be their minds are going to be blown.
do you want to keep the Yishanians on your?
Yeah, if they want us to come with us, yeah.
All right, so you will gain 2 history.
Okay. So our history is now 3, I believe.
Remember, those are spendable dice.
Yep.
For when you come back.
And Caleb, I'm glad that you're
Because you've proven the history of the legends true, and also if you come back with, they're recording the shit out of this. Everyone wants to talk to you and every priest, so this is going to be very well recorded, and basically they're going to be able to interview their own historical figures.
Yeah.
For those that you send to.
Oh yeah, we'll send. I will before we go. I'm going to write back to Carmen and be like,
I take that.
Oh,
back.
she's not there anymore.
oh okay,
She definitely moved.
oh okay. Well, this is good. Whoop. All right. Well,
She knew you didn't call her.
Yeah.
She knew that doesn't bode well politically. And
Yeah.
she got to scoot.
We weren't mad at her. Like, we didn't blame her for it. I mean, a little bit. Yeah.
Your theory, I've got the head, like,
Yeah.
for confrontation purposes.
Yeah,
like,
so you have now a joint Nagalisitu.
Mhm.
You basically have a Nagalisitu intelligence division embedded within the hunting pack now. The hunting pack makes fun of them a lot less because, they did at least hang in for the insane melee against hell creatures. And, some of them died, so they're sort of blooded in.
Yeah.
There might be some morale problems for the next thing you ask the hunting pack to do, especially the ones who are in this for the
money.
Yeah, looting and partying part, because that was like the least fun thing yet. We much before killing people that are covered in silk things that we can take. Yeah.
Well, at least we're going to get a lot of
We
booze.
let them burn a city and have...
Now they're spoiled.
Yeah.
You spoil, you burn, you pillage
you
one
give a
city.
mouse a cookie.
Yeah. You pillage one city. God.
So,
Never hear the end of it.
it's been about a little less than a month.
Yeah.
So, as you guys go rushing out...
I'm going to be staying behind at least until my wounds are all healed.
Well, it's been a month. So.
Yep.
You'll get a chance to.
Yeah, you'll heal up. You can all heal up everything before you leave. You also get your 5 experience points. And you rush out. And did any of you think to set an hourglass before you left?
Yeah. I'm an engineer.
All right.
All right.
4 minutes have passed.
Yep. This is a mind fuck, isn't it?
Although I'm glad that you actually said Sylvie was going, because if she wasn't, I was staying, and you'd be dealing with the line of Dwemer.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that if you want. If you stay, Sylvie will stay with you.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was only saying if she was staying, because I was concerned that they would need their Joan Park figure.
Oh, which Stabier died?
Lou.
Oh, just Lou?
What?
All right. They bury Lou with honors.
Yeah. So okay, maybe we should put this
Rich
up
is
to
going
a
to be
vote.
beside himself.
What are
now.
okay? So there's Kratos, Richie, Lou,
Porthos.
Danthos and Porthos.
Danthos, and Porthos. Okay.
I was thinking Porthos.
Yeah, I don't want to lose
All right.
Porthos, but he seems like he would be the most honored.
Yeah.
Okay. Porthos then.
Oh, poor Porthos. Who will bore you?
I don't know. Well, that's
Kratos sobs uncontrollably.
he died valiantly, killing hell. There, Kratos. I mean,
The fact that nobody was taking out Kratos, nobody would dare.
we're gonna need him, and we're gonna have at least one more battle. We're gonna want Kratos throwing logs at people.
She'll take his body to the Newt Sea, boy. Get him on the great chandelier and swing him into eternity. Aha.
I'll build him a great chandelier to swing from.
To heaven.
Yes.
The chandelier to heaven. Oh my God.
We just got a catapult.
A trebuchet.
Chandelier-shaped catapult.
Trebuchet.
Yeah, or trebuchet.
All right, so you're out in the world with the out-of-the-world problems. What are you going to bring back next?
Don't all we have left is military? Didn't you say we had?
No, you
lost
got
our
two.
economy?
They have no economic system.
I thought we lost that since we lost the.
No, you can do whatever you
we
want
gotta
next.
go find it from elsewhere. Okay.
So we choose military economy next.
So basically, to metagame this, you started with education. So you started with the bees. So right there.
Yeah.
Then you added in religion. So now the next society you will encounter. You encountered bees there. Next society you encounter is going to count BC.
Yeah.
Then depending on what you add next, we'll encounter next. So you want to counter BCA, so a Enlightenment religious society that then encounters economics for the first time, or an Enlightenment religious society that it encounters military, and martial intervention for the first time. Outside of you doing it for them and them frantically beating things with scrolls.
Right.
Yeah. So
All right, we'll
we
talk
can decide
about
that when Klinkshire wakes up from his stupor.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that was it. Questions, comments, reactions, anything like
I
that?
quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I was expecting a giant scary monster, but hordes of tiny, terrifying monsters.
Also good.
Atomic flamethrower gremlins. I didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Although that is a very wonderful name for a high school ska band.
Hey. All right. With that, we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.